Good morning and welcome to the SkyDome at Karingal Bowls Club. I'm Jimmy Whitehead and joined by my good mate JT. We are here for Test 5 between Victoria and Tasmania. Josh, 4-zip in the men's. Some pride at stake for Tasmania here, mate.
Yeah, of course, Jimmy. Good to be back here for day 3, fifth and final test. Yeah, we have actually missed the start of the first end because the men have decided not to.
Are you joking?
No, they decided no roll up, 2-end roll up. They only needed 1 because the series is over, So that's all right. We're all here. Everybody's watching.
Oh, thanks for the heads up, boys. It's fantastic teamwork between the players out there and us in the commentary box.
Well, that actually did happen yesterday afternoon in the 4th test, but obviously we weren't streaming the men in the 4th test yesterday, Jimmy. And what I looked over it was that Matty Flapper played 2 ends on the scoreboard before the girls had even started their game, So anyway, it's all good. We're here. We have the Dean O'Neill versus Mark Strochnetter match being played at the moment. So
I'm just going to call him Mark. I'm going to just call him Mark early on because I'll butcher that surname. So for the VICs, we have Curtis Hanley leading off, Nathan Murray second, Brendan Gallagher third, and Dean O'Neill is the skip for this rink. And for Tasmania, we have... Who do we have?
Come on, mate.
My phone's now... I'm blaming Bowls Australia, their app's down. I can't seem to click in the game.
All right, give me a second.
I'm going another way. This happened to me doing a presentation once. Right, we're in. I've got it, I think.
Shout out, Casper. Good morning, Casper. Always welcomes us.
Sorry, I've really been caught on the hop this morning. The one trial end's real thrown me.
I've got it for you, Jimmy. Give me a second.
I'm in front of you, mate. Don't worry already. I've got it here. All right, for the Tasmanians, we have...
Jacob Brown.
Josh Walker-Davis at second.
No. So, remember...
Oh, okay. Angus.
Yep. There's been a change in that rink, remember, because Robbie McMullen's got COVID. Come on, Jim.
This is carnage. Someone bring me a coffee.
Saying that, the Tassie players have started well this first end.
Holding a couple.
Yes, they are.
Maybe 3s at the front ones, Tassie as well.
Oh, it's a measure between Nathan Murray's bowl behind it and the third one.
Oh, fixed bowls in the cup. No.
It's been a wild machine yesterday and the day before. And Jimmy, you turn back up and just ruin everything, mate.
I think the players are responsible for this, mate.
This test series has been proudly sponsored by EcoStar, double glazing. Thank you to EcoStar for being the event sponsor. And shout out to Karingal Bowling Club. SkyDome is where we're playing right now. You can see the signage around and fabulous hosts the last 3 days.
Yeah, they've been terrific. Right, Brendan Gallagher needing to do something here.
He's awfully close.
Yeah, he's going to nestle. Goes very good, Brendo.
Makes it probably better for Dean. Fattens ahead, so he's got more options to play.
Right, don't click any links, as always, in the stream. I've already got some.
I was onto it yesterday, Jimmy. I was on fire.
Some buffhead doing it already. Right, so we'll finally bring you that rink for Tassie. Jacob Brown leading, Aaron Jago second, Josh Walker-Davis in third, and Mark skipping.
Mark Strochnetter.
Strochnetter.
Come on, mate. It's not that hard.
It is for me, mate.
So I was telling the story yesterday, Jimmy. Mark Knights, as we were doing it on Friday, and we got made sure it was Knights on Friday. Yesterday I was saying Knights, and someone in the comments go, "Oh, you're pronouncing it wrong. It's Nits."
Oh, for God's sake.
So I'm like, hang on. Anyway.
You asked him.
Yeah, we did. He goes, "It's Knights."
Oh, sweet. There you go. So women's test happening at the same time as well. 3-1 to the VICs over in the women's. That one's done and dusted as well. So nothing but pride at stake today for the Tasmanians. They're definitely not going to want to go home. Clean sweep in the men and only winning 1 in the women's test. So I'm sure they're going to come in fired up this morning. And judging by this first end on this live stream rink, they sure are.
It's probably more so than pride too, Jimmy, as we know that the Victorians have got some upcoming series as well. Nationals in October, so people potentially playing for their spot still.
I don't think the Tasmanians have another series before. I think they go straight into the Nationals. So if you're a player in your own mind where you're probably thinking you're on the you probably think you're on the edge anyway. If you think your player sort of 11, 12, 10 in this side, you're going to really want to put a performance on in this game, because this will be the last memory in the bank of the selectors sort of thing. So you're going to want to go good.
Dean O'Neill will be looking to go reasonably firm here, I reckon.
Not as big as I thought he would go. He's pretty close though, JT, especially straightening off that front bowl.
Back to one. One. Yep.
Yeah, we were going to guess one because none of the players decided to show out. Tell you what, we're in great sync with these lot.
Brendo. We will give you score updates of the ladies' test as this match is going on. There were some great matches yesterday, Jimmy. The first test in particular, which was the third test, come right down to the wire.
Yeah, I saw it was coming down to last bowl, the last end, and
yeah, Dane McKinnon played two absolute bombs the last end.
It was great to see all the players lined up on the side of the rink as well. So I think Mel took a good photo of that.
She did.
Put it on the socials. So the Tasmanians going with this mat back, jack up tactic. And starting off pretty well. Curtis wants this one to run out. Mentioned earlier across the weekend, he's changed his bowls. Now going the green Drake's Pride. Adrenalines.
Barbara's adamant we manipulate the situation and get the good rinks for the stream.
We do. Not even going to hide away from that fact.
Well, even the last game, right? So the women's game between Michaela Long and Ray Simpson last night, the game was over, like as the overall. And Michaela Long actually had a very good chance of turning the jacker in the corner for 7, which would have given her the rink win.
Wow.
And she got the jack, but she just didn't get it fine enough around the corner. And but it was so close to coming down to the last bowl one, and even on that rink.
Yeah, good shot by Curtis Hanley there. You'll hear him called Thumper. It's his nickname. All right, Nathan Murray. With his big stride of his delivery. Bowl sort of bounced up a bit. I don't know if it's delivery or the green. He's having a look at the spot. Like a
golfer.
Yeah, or a soccer player when he misses a free kick, he just blames the ground.
Nathan Murray a bit firmer here in this shot. Zaranego drew shot with his last bowl, looking to get through their own, get to the shot bowl. Yeah, well played, opens it up.
Yeah, good stuff by Nathan Murray, or Phelps, or Phelps as you'll hear him called. Heaps of room now. Josh Walker-Davis. Try and jump in.
Tony, you've made a few comments about certain players not playing. This is how good the Victorian side is. A lot of these players won't pick, Tony, so they're not. There's no unavailabilities. This is the 12 selected players for Victoria and shows the depth of our state at the moment.
And like any selection, everyone's got their opinion.
Correct.
Yeah, fair ball by Josh. Jumps on the weight pretty handily there. Saw him a fair bit across the years in Melbourne. Plays up at Glenroy the last couple of years.
Getting back to selection, I reckon the selections have been pretty happy with the way things went this weekend, Jimmy. You know, the boys, the men, 4-0, and the girls 3-1 so far, so
correct.
Not a lot done wrong. What I noticed about Josh over the last couple of days, the third for Tasmania, is that you know when he's played a good bowl, somebody in the ring's played a good bowl.
Yeah, he's pretty loud. He's pretty up and about.
Brendan Gallagher corrected pretty well here.
He doesn't often miss Brendan from more times watching him last year in Premier League, and there's various tournaments I've seen him in. State champs, the cracking game against Thor Shannon in the singles there. He doesn't often miss twice. Skips for MCC in the Premier League.
Correct.
Probably one of the more consistent skips across Premier League as well. Hasn't lost many games in the last couple of years. He's ably supported by his Rink that sticks with him. And Mark needs to drop.
Yeah, great shot.
That's a top bowl, that is. Mark's also, I mean, Josh is definitely probably one of the loudest players on the green, but I've heard him always up and about after Mark's bowl, so it must mean he's going pretty good across these couple of days. Dean O'Neill missing, so opportunity to draw a fourth. You try and nail the jack here, JT, front noser.
I mean, obviously that'd be ideal and put more pressure on the opposition. The way it's sitting, I'd back Dean to be able to correct with his next one.
Should have had a second trial, though. Bit quick here.
Might nearly count still.
Right.
I said, I'll back Dean to cut this back. He only needs to put it a yard on his last and he'll be very close to shot.
It's good out the hand line-wise. Looks pretty good to me here, JT. Yeah, he doesn't miss. Doesn't miss at all.
I know what I'm talking about, Jimmy.
Shame you can't play him, mate. So it looks like everyone else took the two trial ends.
No, I don't reckon they did. No, I don't reckon they just haven't put the scoreboard. We did have some issues late yesterday with the scoreboard. It just froze.
Yeah. Had a bit of a power outage as well, didn't we?
We had a number of different things go on. Power shut off about 5 or 6 ends into the fourth test, and we're all looking around going, uh-oh. The stream was still going. We couldn't pick up any camera footage, obviously. So I was trying to verbally describe what was going on, Jimmy.
Yeah, fair enough. So the polar opposite tactic being employed from the VICs. Tasmanians went mat back, jack sort of up, pretty short, and the VICs have gone the opposite. They've gone, well, they've kept the mat back, but they've gone jack right to the tee as well.
Great starter there by Curtis Hanley. I thought maybe with the dead rubbers, potentially there could have been some potential positional moving too, just try some things as well, but neither side has made any changes. That's in the men for sure. And I'm just having a look across the green of the ladies, and I think they look pretty much the same as well too.
Yeah, from either side.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 good lead bowls by Curtis Hanley here. Let's rate the jack. It's got to be a temptation.
Yeah, you wouldn't be devastated if you lead, played a yard on air and give it a chance and finish it a good home. So
yeah, fair reply here. This is a good bowl coming in now by Jacob Brown. Oh, ends in a great home as well.
And I reckon now, I mean, again, we talk about the seconds having license to reach. Nathan Murray should get there on his backhand, look to turn the jack around the corner or sit the closest bowl of Tasmania's.
Best haircut I've ever seen him have, this Nathan Murray. Must have seriously thought about it for this weekend. It's on the narrow line. Talk about a clinical lead bowling next door. Thor Shannon's carried on where he was going yesterday. Sitting him on top of the jack. So it looks like the Michael Sims has picked a couple up in his first end against Matty Flapper. That Rink seemed to like to go behind and then claw back, didn't they?
Yesterday they give a start to Mark Knights and actually got to all square play in the last end, and it was Mark Knights played 3 of the best runners I reckon I've seen in one whole day. It was scattered throughout the day, but he put the jack in the pit with the last ball on that one to win the Rink.
He likes this Nathan Murray. Can he get a touch of this jack, JT? Can he get the jack? Oh, probably slightly gets the wrong angle, but a superb bowl nonetheless.
Yeah, still good. There was a bowl, right, and me and Chris were sort of watching it, and he was nominating hitting a short bowl off the line to try and screw back off and get to this one and only shot bowl of Dean O'Neill's.
Yeah, okay.
It was nominated, caught, and made 5 out of it doing so because he couldn't run straight at the shot bowl. As Aaron Yago puts a jack in the pit.
Bosh. I think it was there from bowl 1.
Yeah.
You want a blocked up person? That was
still some room there.
Small would have done. Probably missed.
Barbara, green speed, look, again, I don't believe it's changed, but we don't know because we're not out there and no one's told us, but we would say it's around 14 and a half again, like it's been all weekend.
Conditions haven't really, I mean, they don't often change under a roof, but don't change too often. It's just going a bit here, I think, Brendo. Just going. You can see the white marker just to the left of that water bottle. That's where the jack is. The red marker indicates where the bowl is. So probably 2 feet, foot and a half to 2 feet away in the ditch. So you've got to draw pretty close to the edge of the green to get the shot here. Josh Walker Davies probably limps in for 2. So it's a good guide for Brendan now. He just wants to arrive past that bowl of Josh's, cut it back down to 1, and if he can just run on a little bit more and get closer to the ditch, he'll be happy with that. Mentioned he does skip in pennant. He's pretty close here, JT.
He's just got to stop now.
Stop. Oh, what a bowl. What a bowl by Brendan. And Mark wastes about 0.1 of a second to tell Josh to put that bowl in the ditch. Just give it the finger. Oh, Josh is a real lining up here. Oh, nice. Jesus Christ. I shouldn't blaspheme. I'm scared for the fence at the back here. Oh! If you've got a car parked behind, I'd be moving it because that bowl was travelling.
Only just missed.
It's really about as close as he could get without hitting. Yeah, well. Dean just needs to give it a friend, really, doesn't he?
Yeah, and
He doesn't
obviously
want to draw too close.
not right next to it either, though.
He doesn't want to draw too close.
I think he's lacking a little bit of speed. Well, I reckon Mark will be going for something similar that Josh did as third, so I reckon they'll be looking to take that bowl out.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's look here.
Takes Josh's out. Does it change anything in the count? No, it probably does, you know.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. There's the ball in the ditch.
No, but just look at the next ones, though.
It's all Victoria, I think.
Yeah, so they're obviously running just to try and make 2 or 1, depending on what pace they play. Dean will correct here. He's corrected well so far.
Any more players you want to throw in the mix, Tony? I'm surprised you haven't put my name in there yet, mate. Yeah, straight through Dean. So Brendan Gallagher will get the shot for Victoria there. He hasn't mentioned you either, JT. I'd be fuming.
Not sure Jimmy Cousins ever actually had a city country trial for starters, you know.
Hey.
We've got... How many Bowls Victoria members do we have?
40,000 or something.
We've probably got 40,000 selectors there too. You're multitasking very well, Jimmy. For those at home, you obviously can't see what's going on here. Jimmy obviously is controlling the scoreboard today because that's his job when me and him are doing it. I just delegate very, very quickly. I look at the Facebook comments. He's also doing the conditions of play for another event too. So it just shows the versatility of Jimmy.
And I've also got my son here as well, so I've been a dad at the same time.
Well, I was going to call babysitting, but it's never babysitting when you're your own kid, is it? You know, I learnt this the last 3 years, so... I used to get in trouble, so I'm babysitting Jesse. And they go, you're not babysitting, it's your own son.
It's your son. No, my little one, Lenny, who's with me today, he's a big sports nut, so he'll be... Once I get him off that iPad shortly, he'll come and watch some bowls. Just a bit cold for him out here.
It's been a bit cold for everybody, really. Now, Tassie started well. They're 3-0 up on Matty Flapper's Rink. So that's Michael Sims in front. Mark Knights is 3-0 up. And said Dean O'Neill's the only Victorian currently Rink up in front at the moment. Whereas in the ladies, Lisa Phillips is 5-0 up over Ray Simpson. Michaela Longer is 2-0 up over Candice Ayton. And Cassandra Mellerick and Michaela Gibson are currently 1-1.
Yeah, good stuff by Jacob. He's gone pretty well to start with.
Yep.
Pretty happy with his work so far. I look around, and obviously I know that Victorian's slightly better than the Tassie team, but it's almost like a Rolls Royce of front end players for the Victorians here. Every one of these is traditionally a back end player, as we sort of touched on Friday, but they come with just an ability to just draw themselves out of trouble.
Well, I think the way I was educated in the sport was that generally your skipper is also your best draw bowler. So if these guys are skipping a clubland, which I said we think all of them are, bar one is, it means they're very good draw bowlers, you know. I mean, it gives you the luxury that if heads build early, you got to lead in second, who are capable of playing shots to change it up early as well too, Jimmy.
That's right. Well, we saw, I saw yesterday, I was watching you and Chris Ball commentate expertly. James Pearce, who skips for Deer Park, he was superb as second. He was constantly that 2-3 feet overweight, just bowls.
He played one of those games where you wouldn't say he set the world on fire, but he did his role as a second, and you know, passed ahead with his first. You know, give the bowler a chance, and was able to draw a shot when he needed to. And then late, he actually played a couple of good bowls. You know, so. Oh, Nathan Murray, great bowl.
As I say, just draw himself out of trouble.
You look across the green too. These guys have potentially all gone deep in state singles and things like that as well, which means they obviously have very good draw bowlers in that essence too.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, Aaron Jago. Josh likes it.
Just got to get under the green.
Oh, just gets the feather. Oh,
probably
stuns his own bowl at the head as well. Probably the worst result he could have got for the shot he played for a pretty good shot.
Saying that, they've got everything behind. There's not one Victorian bowl behind the head at the moment, so I'd imagine Brendo would be passing the head.
Go some coverage.
And if you're joining us for the first time this weekend, this is the 5th test, the final test of a 5-test series. The Victorian women, who will give you score updates throughout the morning, have clinched the series. They clinched the series in the 4th test yesterday. They're currently leading 3-1. And the men clinched it yesterday morning, and they're currently 4-zip up. Still some vulnerability for the Vics and opportunities for the Tasmanians. As I said, there's no bowls behind for Victoria still. Josh Walker-Davis gets any movement at Jack, it's all to the benefit of Tasmania.
Bit of nothing bowl there on Josh. He sort of apologises for it. They happen.
They do. Shows they're not robots, they're actually human, Jimmy.
It's nice, isn't it?
I think we said that about Thor yesterday in that morning game when he was leading.
Yeah, he came across like a robot, didn't he? Still be concerned there's nothing at the back?
Yeah, I believe so.
I don't think that's what Dean's called, though.
He's just taken a punt early and...
judging by that weight, he did then.
long as he doesn't go in.
I think he's going in.
Ooh.
Snorkel. Oh, what a nickname. James Pearce next door. Just keep hearing bold snorks. Cracks me up.
I don't reckon Josh would be happy with that one either.
A couple of
Just letting the name down.
couple of loose ones. Did see him recently with his mate Josh Appleyard in the rink next door up at the AO in the pairs. Played against two of our own, Brett Spur and Benny Winthrop.
Both those guys made an appearance yesterday, Jimmy.
I did see Spur at the back of a stream.
Yeah, no, Benny was there too.
Oh, good.
Congratulated him on making the final. Terrific effort.
There's two players that,
Oh.
that could easily be in this side as
I reckon
well.
we could pick a second Victorian side and they'd go pretty
good.
darn good too.
Oh, Dino needing cover, but he's going to want to close his eyes here, I reckon, JT.
No, he's all right. Speed was good to cover. This is, again, a dangerous situation. Okay, not dangerous, but, I mean, Tassie got a chance to get a number, but they got to also weigh out the fact that they're 4 down at the moment, maybe 5.
Do you think that now, with that standing up and Nathan Murray's bowl there in the head, do you think it forces Mark under the forehand? Maybe to get the back Jack
more,
to the back
yeah,
left?
more chance of obviously getting it back, you got to probably play firmer, though. You don't. Whereas before, you could play a bit more kind of weight, which I think what Josh Walker-Davis was doing.
I think he's lining up backhand.
So he might be just electing to get one in there, cut it back. It's on a tight line.
He's going to need a lot of luck, JT. Which he, I could, when you can see bowls happening.
You can see that happening a mile
You
away. There was a counter there, or a shelf, as you want to call it. Again, with Dean, does he be aggressive and try and look for it? But if he spills a jack, he goes 3 down, 4 down.
Well, a very similar bowl to his last will go pretty close.
Yes, good call.
It's not quite a bowl walking back up the green like we saw the other day, but it was a fair slice of luck for the Tassies. But played in good spirits, just put the hand up, head down and walked off. Talking about good starts earlier, JT, the Victorian women are off to a barnstormer, 16-1 up over the Tasmanian women after 8 ends.
It's a terrific start.
They have gone bosh.
What does that even mean, Jim?
Just bang. Right, Dean's slightly tighter. Do you want to close your eyes for another walk?
No, you don't have enough speed, unfortunately.
Gives it a... You can see him at the top of the screen. He's staring his bowl down. Not happy with that.
This is the first time both these rinks are played on the streaming rink, so
Yeah.
I found out this rink is slower than the other side.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That was, so talking to Matty Flapper's rink, they've obviously put with the first streaming rink on Friday, and then they went over to the #1 rink in the afternoon, and they said that rink was much quicker.
Yeah, right.
And the vice versa, Cass Miller rink girls who come over here said the same thing. They thought it was slower.
Yeah, right. It's got to be something to do with the cold over this side of the green. I think it's more open-sided.
Mark Strochnetter is awfully darn close.
Takes it to his zone for 1 to Tasmania, I think. Yes.
Well played.
Stuffed by Mark. Sort of got a bit of luck on his first, but made no mistake with his second. Yeah, back to that tactic they employed real early, the Tasmanians, with a mat back and the jack right up. That mat hasn't moved off the back of the tee, both sides.
The low strength match yesterday afternoon between the Michaela Long and Ray Simpson match. Tasmania nearly put the mat in the same spot every end and rather jack to the same spot every end, and the Victorian ladies did the same thing. It was not much diversity, and tactics there. They had their lengths that they think was working for them, and
Not much diversity.
how else are we explaining that, Jim?
Don't know. It's just a funny word to use.
What about versatility? And is that the right word?
Yeah, possibly.
No, sorry. My English is terrible.
Curtis Hanley grabbing the shot. Almost a spot-on lead bowl there. Foot behind the jack. Jacob Brown has
Yeah, he's been very good so far.
had Curtis's match so far, and
Only marginally. I wouldn't say there's much in it.
no, there's not. They've been pretty evenly matched. They're going pretty good.
Eric, a very good question. Why does the number 3, the third, go down with the skip a lot during games? Seems to me he's wasting time. No, this seems to happen a lot more at this level. A lot of the thirds go down and discuss the head with the skippers, and there's always a belief too that you can always call and make a good shot and read the head better when you're sending over it versus sending down the other end, and you can see things a lot better too. So it's perfectly legal, it's allowed, and it does happen a lot at this level.
We're in no rush either, mate. What's the big hurry? Enjoying some good bowls. I don't know if you would call it. Is it a modern thing in the game, JT, that this happens?
Oh,
or?
it's probably been. Oh, I mean, I've been playing 27 years, and I feel like it's been going on for at least 20 of it.
Yeah, okay.
As I said, it probably happens more in, say, Melbourne Premier League, State Series, Nationals. It happens a lot. And also, obviously, dependent on how the conditions of play and movement of players is written as well too. But this is a common thing.
I know in New South they wrote something in to stop it, didn't they?
Yeah.
They're a bit cranky up there, that side of the border, though.
They've been the slowest state, let's face it, in terms of moving with the times. Only unified about 12 months ago, so...
Just a bit cranky.
Shout out to all the New South Wales people watching right now.
Not you, Bob.
Yeah,
Bob Green. You're one of our best supporters.
Yeah,
You're not cranky.
Exactly. The best viewers on our live stream.
Pretty good head developing here, JT. He's not much outside of a metre away. Good coverage bowl by Aaron there.
Hey, Karen, another good question. Have there been many spectators? Yesterday, we actually had a really good crowd. When the afternoon sun come rolling in and the fourth test was started, yeah, we had a number of people standing around the green watching, so it's been good.
Yeah, I think Friday we got a few in as well. Phelpsy through his own. Just move some more bowls around the head. It's such a good spectator venue as well. There's lots of viewing areas around the green. There's a big grandstands behind us. There's not too many brave enough to sit in them.
We were sitting where we were last night, Jimmy, and then I noticed everybody had filtered towards the the glass windows over there, and then I walked over there after the game and finished, and 5 radiant heaters sitting there above them, and go, no wonder you all moved over there. I'd love one of them above us where we're commentating. It's probably the best head so far, Jimmy. Very tight head. Furthest bowl away would be nearly that last one, and needed to be 2 feet away.
Do you not, mate? You just want to go whack?
Well,
it's probably nothing doing for either of them. I mean, Tassia got the back 2 bowls at the back of the head now.
I reckon you could nearly play the perfect trail shot for Victoria underneath the the different shade blue bowl there on the backhand run in.
To the right head as well. Look at it.
There you go, Barb. I knew you'd be onto it. Yeah, it definitely has happened in New South Wales, like we said, but in Victoria we haven't brought it in. Yeah, Eric, good call. If it was a time limit game, I would totally understand the restriction of movement of players, but these aren't time limit games, so we have no problems with it. Brendan Gallagher gets probably a good second there. Keep those questions coming, guys. Have you got anything you think or those comments? We'll let Jimmy answer them all. He loves answering inquiries all the time.
Ah, it's a favourite thing to do. Oh, Josh Walker-Davies, superb. Sits Brendan's down as well. You'll see Dean now call Brendan back to the head as it's changed significantly since he was at it. So you'll just want to have a bit of a chin wag with him.
I reckon there's chances of weight now. He can get through the short bowl Nathan Murray. If he happens to be wide or narrow, depending on what hand he plays, he can use his own bowl, Brendan, to get screw off and hit the 2 shot bowls as well, Jimmy.
Yeah, correct. It's a superb head.
Brian, thank you for the comment. Yeah, we love the fact that we're streaming a lot of games these days at BVTV. And you're right, that final end or final few ends of Brett Marnie's Rink against... who was he playing? I'm trying to remember now, having a mental blank.
I think the good news is for everyone watching as well is we're just drawing up our schedule for next season at the moment. As we'll just call this one of Brendan's first. Brendan Gallagher. Oh, gets pretty stiff. Hits it superb. So I think it's still won a Tassie.
Definitely won a Tassie. Yeah, that's all it is.
The pink bowler, Josh Walker-Davies. Yeah, no, the exciting stuff, JT, is we're sorting our schedule out for next year. I think we're up. We've done about 50 or 60, mid 50 days this year of streaming. We're already at 70 for next year, with some more discussions to be had about other events that we're going to add into the calendar. So, plenty more streaming coming next season. When I say next season, there's not really a break. We're back in about a month's time, about four weeks' time for Victoria versus New South Wales from Moama. We'll be doing some streaming there, and should be tuning in for that. Just a 3-test series there across a weekend, 2 on a Saturday, 6th of August.
Morning, Sean Cadoff, another of our regular viewers. Yes, and you're right. Jimmy went to the warmth there a few times on Friday. I did notice our state coach a few times hiding in there as well too. We had to let him know that he's got to be better than that. Mr. J.R. Ewing.
What we've got to appreciate is I'm not just a tie kicker like yourself, JT, who's here for one thing. I'm doing many things at this event.
It's quite offensive calling me a tie kicker, Jimmy, I would say.
Trying to keep everything humming over nicely here, as well as commentate. It's just one of my many skills. Right, Dean O'Neill, is he trying to play through that bowler Josh's on the backhand now, you reckon?
I reckon so. There's chances there.
No, you're not a tie kicker, mate. I'm just kidding.
It's awfully close. Got to get past Nathan's. Oh.
It's an incredible head.
Yeah. And you can see what they're trying to do too here, looking at the screen.
Yeah.
There is three Victoria bowls a yard behind the head. If they got under that purple bowl over on top of the jack, make a number for the Vics, and or could punch the pink bowl that clean.
What a Tassie trying to do? Because I don't think he's going to cover them bowls of the Vics that we can see. Because he's lining up on the backhand.
Maybe he's just looking to get another one in there, make it harder.
I don't think you can get any more in there, can you? Well, Josh is interested.
Now, does that keep that line up with that plant going, do you think, Jimmy?
From the angle I can see, yes, it does. Yes, but...
I don't see real danger, though. Because if they get the blue one on the line...
I can't see how they drop a number here at Vic, so I think they can be fairly aggressive at it.
I think the only way I actually think there could be danger if he does play forehand, get over his own too hard. There is 3 Tasmanian bowls about 2 feet behind the head to the right-hand side from looking behind.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, we'll see what Dano plays. He knows what he's doing. I think it's just under the head. Oh,
Well called, JT. He gets the plant, gets the jack out to the side, does Dean. So that'll be a couple, I think, at least, to the Victorians. 2 or 3, Dean reckons, as he walks past.
Terrible call by me.
When you said it, I thought, is that outside?
I was looking at the camera angles. I thought I'd step it underneath, you know.
It's a superb shot.
Great shot. I'm sure Dino is going to admit that he deliberately played it that way too.
Just with the 2 to the Vics. Shot by Dean O'Neill.
Thinking about it in hindsight, and it is hindsight now, Jimmy, I reckon why he played the forehand is that if he happened to be wide, he'd give himself a chance of getting the shot with his own bowl rolling over into the shot bowl, where if he plays backhand, he hits it the way that bowl's angled, it's going out of the head. So, smart man. Very, very smart man. And was never tight.
4th of July tomorrow, JT.
What's that mean here in Australia?
Nothing, mate. It's just for all our American audience.
Do we have an American audience this morning?
I'm sure we will at some stage.
Let's see. If anyone is watching from America, just let us know. Give us a shout out. We generally have people from Wales and Scotland and England, South Africa. Morning, Sachi. Hope you're well. Former teammate of mine back in the Cairo days. I am now based in Swan Hill, Sachi. Living in God's country on the Murray still, mate. Great leads bowls here already, Jimmy. These two have been really good so far.
They've been pretty hot.
Karen, another good question around the wind. Now, I was told by Phil on Friday that the wind does affect the bowls, but there's not much of a breeze this morning, I don't feel. You know, there's enough for it to make you feel a little chilly, but I don't reckon there's enough to really impact the bowls. But the one thing we have noticed over the last 2 days is if you're looking at the way the guys are playing now, for a right-handed person, the backhand going towards the way the head is seems a dip late, and it could be with that bit of wind coming in from the green side. Nathan Murray awfully close here.
Yeah. Can he just hurry this line? Top ball by Nathan Murray. Phelps, as he's affectionately known.
Good morning to one of our Bowls Victoria board members, Jimmy. Gussie is joining us, was here on Friday.
One of our fellow commentators. He
has helped us out during the year. So he's one of the last names that I'm not going to pronounce, Jimmy. I always seem to get that one wrong, and I always get...
McCullough.
Yeah, but I seem to get it wrong. Do love you, Gussie.
Yeah, Phelps is going good again here. Nathan Murray for Victoria.
That's
2 absolute humdingers. Got a bronze medal at the Australian Championships recently up in the Gold Coast in the singles. Gonna go under or... Oh, cracks an egg on it. Jack goes back to Curtis Hanley's green bowl though, so still 1 of Victoria. Just caught the edge of it as he was going past.
And got the right movement with it.
So he said earlier in the women's test that the Vics had jumped out to a big lead of 18-1. Well, Tassie are working hard. It's now 18-12 after 13 ends. So pushing their way back into it, the Tasmanian women. Thank you, mate. So we get our coffees delivered by the wonderful Jeff Rachel. Thank you, mate. Huddle around mine and warm up. What are you doing with your Tassie here? It's a tough draw. You can see the paw on the sort of forehand.
I think it's backhand still.
I do. I don't think it's an attacking shot.
Although, if I'm watching the way Mark's calling ahead, I think he's calling forehand though, so...
I like the attacking backhand there. I think they've got that bowl locked in their head on the right-hand side. So you can afford to lose the other blue one. Hunt the jack. Go aggressive. I don't think you can get the jack that hand.
No, you'd have to go awfully quick.
Well, I like a bit of attacking there, but Sam, by overall, I think you mean how many tests each side have won. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. So it's 4-0 to the Victorians over Tasmanian men, and it's 3-1 to the Victorian women.
Gallagher, what a shot!
Now that changes the shot. That's a superb ball by Brendo.
Do you know what now? I reckon there's chances of getting outside edge of orange and getting the green at the same time. You can get both.
Yeah, fair. John Stevens asking a cracker of a question there, JT.
Yeah,
You had to pick one player from the men's and the women's as overall, and I'm presuming you mean from both sides. Who would we pick as player of the series? So I'm going to have a slight caveat on mine is I missed a bit of the action yesterday.
So you shouldn't actually have a choice at all.
looking after my 11-week old, but I did tune in for a good hour and a bit of the first game yesterday and a good hour of the second game.
I'll have a crack and then I'll give you a more educated and informed answer, I reckon.
So I think from the Victorian men's, it's got to come from the Brett Marnie rink. They're 4-0.
Yeah, I reckon you're barking up the right tree.
Oh, superb hit by Josh Walker-Davis there. Brendan's is going to stay up. So if I'm picking from the Brett Marnie rink, it could well be any of the four, but just based off how telling his bowls were at the right time, I'm going to go with Mr. Dane McKinnon.
So that's me. I was actually going to go with that one, you bugger.
And then I think for the Tasmanians, I've known his ability to bowl, and this is the Tasmanian men, obviously. But Mark Knights has been pretty hot.
As this, Chrissy Balls just jumped on and said the same thing as you there.
There you go.
I wasn't going to pick a Tasmanian player. I was going to pick a Victorian man and a Victorian lady as the MVPs. I think I would lean towards Dane McKinnon from what I've seen. You could nearly pick any one of the guys out of that rink. I feel like Brad Hall's been very good in that Matt Flapper rink. I feel like Dean O'Neill and Brendan Gallagher have been very good in this rink. Chippy would give the 3 votes to Dylan Fisher just for the sake of his red hair. In the girls...
Well, I'll tell you what I was mightily impressed by in the game we called on Friday was AJ Anita Jenkins. She was superb.
Emma Simmons was really good yesterday. Trying to think in terms of rink scores and who's been the most successful rink over there. I'm pretty sure Lisa's only lost 1 game. Michaela might have lost a couple. I'd have to go back and check the scores.
Yeah, I'll bring it up now.
I'd nearly go with someone out of... Probably going to go Lisa.
So my player of the series for the women, and it's just reconfirmed it when I brought it up, would actually come from the Tasmanians. I think Ray Simpson has been superb.
So if you were going to pick a Tasmanian player, definitely Ray Simpson from what I seen yesterday. They haven't lost a game, that rink.
Mm. Well, Mark is trying to get this bowl of Brendo's and Dean's, but doesn't quite get back down to it. And if I'm tipping best commentator for the weekend, I'm going to take myself out the running because I've only done half a shift. And I think you've been pretty good, but Chris Ball was just a cut above yesterday, JT. He just steadied the ship when its master wasn't there for a day and kept you in check and kept you in line. And did a great job.
I hung on you for the first 15 minutes of the stream yesterday with you not being here, so I was expecting something like that. So
I happened to tune in as you were giving me a alt serve as well.
I don't miss a chance to clip someone if I can, Jimmy. If it's done in good jest.
Manny Flapper's Rink just evening up a bit, 7-6 now, the way of actually the way of the Victorians.
Yeah, they're in front. And Brett Marnie, the Pidge, as he's affectionately known, has just got on the board. Like, we know the series is over, but there'd be even a bit of pride from the fact that that Rink hasn't lost a game yet. They wouldn't want to start having their first loss.
100%. And like I said, for the
Tasmanians,
it's exactly the same for the Vics. Yes, we have a test series against New South Wales in 4 or so weeks' time, but this is it's always finish how you want to be remembered, because this one sticks in the mind of the selectors that little bit more. Mark trying to draw to the plinth here, JT.
Not far.
Oh. Just falls in.
Question there from Craig Hodges. Hope you're well, Craig. I assume you're still on the Sunshine Coast where you moved to there about 12 months ago or so. Matty Flapper's Rink he's got Johnny McCarron leading for him, Brad All second, and Dylan Fisher third.
Bit of a chat for the Victorians here about what they should do next.
Well, they've won 3 out of the last 4 ends. Is that right, Jimmy?
Yeah. Josh.
Dino.
He's brought the mat up slightly off the tee, mate.
So it's 4 out of the last 5 ends.
Victorians just behind in this one. This is sort of what's happened every other test pretty much. Hey, JT, the Tasmanians get out to a little bit of a lead and then...
It's usually in the middle third of the match is where the Victorians have gained control and hit their straps and... Tassie to the sword.
And that's something to look at for them as a unit, is when you sit back and go through your games, you do break them down into either thirds or quarters or however you do, and you go, right, this is where we're performing, and maybe it's the front, maybe we need to come out a bit quicker, maybe we need to do focus a little bit more on them first 5 to 6 ends. So it'd be some good takeaways for the Victorians to take into that New South Wales test. Before, of course, they go up to the Nationals in start of October. It's playing the Ali Shield, which is the men's...
And we haven't had the full-blown Nationals yet, Jimmy, like Bowls Australia's schedule for the past couple of years. COVID has impacted that, but the Nationals also includes the National Over 60 Championships, the National Under 18 Championships, the Australian Multi-Disability Championships for all the physical disabled bowlers. We have your Australian Championships where your singles, pairs, triples, fours, and champions winners goes to.
Yeah,
mixed pairs. And yeah, so it's another great festival of bowls over 2 weeks in Queensland.
Up at Broadbeach and Mermaid Beach, I think they're using as well.
Mermaid Beach is where they're using the multi-disability.
Having recently returned from up there, I don't know why I'm not living up there, to be honest. It's superb.
If you're about 5 or 6 degrees warmer up there right now.
5 or 6?
At least. Good question, Sachi. And there's been some discussion around selection this morning with a few Vics unavailable, like Nathan Bush. Well, Nathan Bush actually about 3 or 4 months ago, could have been a bit longer, actually said, I can't no longer commit to state duties because of work.
He got a promotion, I believe. He's a vice principal of a school these days, he's Bushy. So.
But outside the players that were available, this is your full side. There's no one actually technically not picked. So
Yeah. We could pick this team 100 different ways, I reckon, and we'd all have different opinions.
And as there's been some names mentioned this morning as to why they're not playing, but I guess a good thing about Victorian Bowls at the moment is the depth that there is that you could probably pick a second Victorian side that go pretty good.
There is going to be a development squad of 6 players selected for the New South Wales test. I think it's got an under 25 focus to it, but you'll get an opportunity to, the selectors will get an opportunity to look at a few more players. Bear in mind that the Victorian selectors also picked 3 players to play with the Mornington Peninsula All-Side Star on Thursday. The All-Star side, they played against Tasmanians, a bit of an exhibition in the afternoon, and then the Victorians of the evening. So Brad Pavey from Ocean Grove, Brad Lancaster from Lakes Entrance, and Jared Davies from Glenroy were the 3 players selected for that one. Just shy of 20 degrees. It's about 15 warmer up in the Gold Coast than it is here, mate. Yeah, Dean calling Brendan to just make sure you're reaching here, get through Nathan Murray's sort of brown and orange, or get the inside of the blue of the leads of Tasmania Jacobs. She's going to do.
Just doesn't want to turn that one in sideways, but
I think it was probably quicker than I imagine what Dean would have wanted, but
doesn't hurt though because it gives you some coverage at the back though.
Yeah. But yeah, as you say, he did well to not clip the edge of that bowl. The Tasmanian women, JT, are right on the march back. They were 18-1 down. They're now 18-16 down. So they've gone bosh back.
Ooh. Changes the head up.
It's an half.
It's probably better for Tassie now.
You're off from here, JT, straight to Club Sunbury, mate. Got the under-18s kicking off tomorrow against Tasmania as well.
Yes, so our Victorian under-18 stateside plays Tasmania starting tomorrow. Our guys, our boys and girls arrived this afternoon at Club Sunbury for a bit of a practice. We have 7 boys selected playing against 7 Tasmanian boys, and we have 6 Victorian girls selected to play against 5 Tasmanian girls. And when the girls, they'll play a 5-a-side, and the Victorian guys will just rotate one around each test series. There's Josh Walker-Davis gets a good result there. So again, it's a 7-test series over 3 days.
Yeah, mixed format for the under-18s though, hey? Bit of a mix of pairs and triples and 4s and singles. And
well, their national championships is a 5-a-side, so again, this is a precursor for that. It's part of the selection process for the nationals, and they obviously have to pick a 5-a-side, which is, singles and 4s and triples and pairs are played. So the ability to have multiple options of playing those formats over the next 3 days gives us a good look at the players.
It's good for the kids, them formats as well. They'll be loving that.
Ethan Johnson asks a question, is it being live streamed? Not by Bowls Victoria, but we do believe that Club Sunbury might be bringing the live streaming out and doing it for us. So
yeah, they are. But we'll share that link.
Yep.
As Dean going to swoop under. So Tasmania holding one here. The lead bowler, Jacob. The blue, the double colour blue.
Yep. Different shaded blue.
That's the loudest sip of a coffee I've ever had in my life, John.
I don't think I've ever made that noise before in my life.
Apologies.
Yeah, sorry guys. Just need that second dose of caffeine in me.
Mark trying to get the inside of Deans, but he's not.
He's just a bit wide.
Going to. Michael Sims back in front against Maddie Flapper, 9-7. 6-1 next door on the Brett Marnie and Mark Knight's rink, the way of the Tasmanians, and 4-2. Sorry, 5-2 even to Dean O'Neill. They haven't updated their scoreboard yet. Oh, Dean, aggressive here, JT. Can he get the inside of that?
Oh,
he does, but it doesn't go the way he wanted to. That's what he was playing for, to try and use that
inside
bowl,
yeah,
to get rid of the blue. It was a good, a cracking effort, a good tactic as well. I like the aggression on that.
Is it 3 now? It's probably, I think, he's probably just a bit stiff in terms of the result.
Yeah, it could be 3. It's very, very difficult on the angle we sit at to call. You panned from coffee, you are. Making strange noises in the commentary. Right, Mark looking to add some pain.
It's all on his speed now. It's looking good.
It looks okay to me. We're just asking it to turn, and he's going to turn. So it's definitely a couple, maybe 3 or 4. 4. It is the 4. So unlucky for Dean O'Neill. We cross a third of this game. 6-5 the way of the Tasmanians on this rink. Brett Marnie picks another one up. They go 6-2 next door.
Karen asked a question around stats taken on the players. No, not individual stats. They're not statted in terms of being marked for every bowl. And no, they're not. But obviously what the selectors and the coaches do is definitely look at the scorecards, and they're constantly watching every rink to analyse performance.
Yeah, you'll see him at the back of the stream, and you can see JR in a window.
Yeah, he's usually hiding in the warmth.
Smart man. Ant Flapper is the chairman of selectors. Mark Cowan, who's not here. I think I've just seen him on the stream. Hope you're feeling better, buddy. He's a women's coach and also helps select that side. I'm with Jodie Neville, who's a side manager. You've seen her around at the back of streams a few times. And Tony Chiavello, the men's team manager. He's going to be doing a dual role up at Moama for the New South Wales test. We've got the over 60s up there as well. He's been selected in the men's side for that for the first time. Freshly minted 60-year-old, straight in the side. How's he going back to that tactic, JT, of Matt back, Jack up?
When Jacob's leading like that, why not?
Correct.
Score update in the women. Victorian women are currently leading 21-17 after 19 ends. As Jimmy did mention before, the Victorian ladies jumped out of the box and were 18-1 up at one stage, so the Tasmanian ladies have fought back extremely well. Rink scores, Lisa Phillips and Ray Simpson are 7-all. Michaela Long is 6-7 down to Candice Ayton, and Cassandra Millerick is 8-3 up over Michaela Gibson. Anthony, good question. Not one change has occurred, I believe, on either side from any of the tests since test 1. They've stayed nearly exactly the same. I haven't seen any changes. Definitely on the Victorian side, I can confirm there's been no changes.
Well, I'm the purveyor of Bowls Link, and no one's come and told me any changes. Well, you were yesterday. So.
And no one told me yesterday. I actually had to fix up the no Robbie McMullen one in Bowls
Oh,
and
yeah.
Guesty.
Well, he told me not to do it for the extra days because he didn't know how they were going to pick the sides, but he's obviously kept them the same.
Sam, that was actually never a Bowls Victoria sanctioned event, the one you're talking about, the Vic Country versus South Australia. It was actually an independent thing done, so it's not on the radar. We now have our City versus Country test series, or trials, state trials.
Before my time, that one.
Yeah, no, it was never an actually Bowls Victoria sanctioned event. They kind of supported it from afar, but it was never an official Bowls Victoria event.
Yeah, okay.
What they used to do was get to Mildura and play against the South Australian outfit as well.
A country outfit or a stateside?
Again, it was a combination too.
Yeah, okay.
And that's why I said it was never an officially sanctioned thing, because how they picked their side sometimes really wasn't exactly the way you'd go about it.
Whack. Oh, Josh, yeah,
He's
trying to
found that hole, shimmied through.
Brendo just sailing through everything there. He's found that same gap, Josh.
Well, one would argue the first time he does it was a bit of luck, but doing it twice would say a great skill.
Oh, gets a result out of that, Brendo.
Well, not shot result, but changes the head up a bit. And probably the good thing about it, he gets rid of the stuff in the front that may stop Dean from getting shot.
Been a lot of them so far in this particular rink.
Mark was obviously looking to try and sit that bowl of Brendan Gallagher's out. Moves the green one into head a little bit. Still, I'd still say nearly 2, 1 for sure for Tasmania. I reckon Dean's still going to be positive here. Chances through the green up into the shot bowl. If even he gets the purple, the pink through into the jack. They've got options down the back. Nothing for short, that's for sure.
No, you're right. Dane
Awfully
O'Neill.
close.
Oh.
It's probably 2, Jimmy, I reckon, looking at that.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Still with 1 bowl each to each skipper.
You can hear Pidge screaming next door, JT.
I reckon Mark's looking to get here on the backhand, try and, well, I was going to say backhand, and I might be proven wrong here. No, he's going to the forehand. I was going to say, look to try and beat him to it on the backhand and take the shot away, but he could probably kind of do the same on the forehand. Just probably lacking his speed, that's all. I don't think Dean will be going quite as quick as the last one. I think he can afford to be kind of wait, just that full draw up to the shot bowl.
Try and sit it through, stay in the head.
Michael Sims is using different bowls today, Jimmy. He's using a mint and white colour bowl today.
Oh, right. Dean's close out. Got a rip. Got a rip. Oh,
what
Dean
a bowl.
O'Neill. Don't give that man 3 inches.
Terrific bowl.
It's a fantastic bowl.
What a bowl by Dean O'Neill. Score update in the women. Victorian ladies are currently leading 25-20 after 22 ends. Anthony, nice call there. Simple, awesome. He's referring to Dean's last bowl from the best looking bowl in Australia. Very subjective statement, but there are probably a lot of people who might agree with you. Simon, this has been played at Karingal Bowling Club in the Mornington Peninsula. The SkyDome, as they call it down here. Not that far from Frankston. Terrific facility. They've been great hosts the last 3 days. Also, a shout out to EcoStar, our event sponsor, Double Glazing. You can't run these events without having some form of partnerships like EcoStar. Probably the loosest end by Jacob so far. He's been leading really well. Him and Curtis have had a ding-dong battle at lead. Advantage Vic's this end so far. Nathan Murray adds another counter. Yeah, you hear the call from Dean O'Neill, skipper. Asks Nathan to change hands. He obviously doesn't want him to get anywhere near that last pole of Aranyago, so playing forehand on the open hand, can draw their own shot bowl. Turns his own bowl over. Well, whilst a little quick and probably not what they're after, the Tasmanian team do have all three back bowls at this point in time. Alan, you're watching from Harvey Bay, Queensland, and you believe it's cold, 16 at the moment. It's definitely colder here, I can assure you that, and I don't believe 16 degrees is that cold compared to what we're dealing with down here at the moment. We were getting comments yesterday from people in Darwin saying they were wearing tracksuit pants for the first time in 14 years as well.
Don't believe them.
No.
To check on my little one inside. He's causing absolute havoc. He reckons he just absolutely threw a hot chocolate across the venue by accident. He went to pick his hat up and just knocked a full hot chocolate.
Well, he takes after you, mate. Can't take you guys anywhere.
Dragged him outside to watch some bowls. Standing in the sun.
He's a budding soccer star, Jimmy.
He is. You can see him at the top of the screen there, just in the sun, right at the top leftish. Yeah, he's just got into the pre-academy for Melbourne Victory, so takes after his dad and his sporting ability.
I was going to say, well, we've seen you play bowls, and that's not much chops, so he's got it from somewhere else, I reckon. Oh,
Taylor Mail, a few rinks over. All right, what's Brendo got here to join?
Yeah, they've got 3 at the moment, if not 4.
This is another one.
The thing is, there's nothing super tight, you know.
Yeah, it's still open on that backhand for a
Oh,
nice
I reckon they're going to
draw.
play forehand now, look to sit and arrive and hang around, yeah.
Good shout. Bloody Flappers Rink racing ahead, already through 9 ends.
I don't
Just
think they did not have a roll-up. They went straight into it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Josh, is he hanging long enough?
Oh,
Still three
down,
Still
mate.
3.
Yeah. I think it's the right call, though. That sort of run through on the forehand.
Well, there's no real gaps there. If you get the gap, you're probably getting the jack, aren't you? Lorraine Dawson. Can't believe I'm saying this, but it's warmer in Birmingham.
I'm not surprised.
It is their summer.
Not
It is their summer. They.
Yeah, it's a warm 15 over there.
It's I obviously had the pleasure of going over there close on, 2 months ago now?
Yeah.
And yeah, we had some cold days, I can assure you.
Yeah, May's still trying to warm up. You're over in May, weren't you? Yeah.
Yes. No, April.
April, yeah.
April? Yes.
No, it was May.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a bad memory.
Yeah, they are great. And she's looked after my little one who tagged along with me today. Phil Crowder and his crew doing a terrific job. Food's been awesome. Hospitality's been great. Great venue. Right, Mark trying that sort of sit and stay bowl on the forehand. I think he's similar to what Josh Walker was, but he changes it a lot more. He was a bit quicker. Might have grabbed the shot, possibly still one down, possibly two down with the angles. It's real difficult to tell off a TV screen.
Yeah, it just depends how far that blue bowl of Aaron's is back there. So, yeah, I'd say 2 as well.
We actually, interestingly, had a bit of a meeting on Friday where we sort of spoke about our streaming for next year and a bit of a wish list for gadgets and gizmos and stuff we can add in. And
correct.
We want to. We're very keen. I don't know how much it's going to cost though. of getting a little illustrator pad so we can circle bowls and draw bowls as we're watching this game and try and bring you bigger and better coverage on BVTV.
That'd be fantastic. I'd love to get the little pen out and start.
Yeah, Dean's close here, Josh.
Doodling away.
He's got to hurry.
It'll count.
Good ball, one Dean. But you can see the shot that Mark's got to play for Tassie here. Any movement of that jack backwards, there's a couple of bowls waiting for him. He can get a trail for 3 if he gets it right.
Yeah, and look, the fact is, if you give the bowler a chance, couple feet, a yard away.
Actually, a trail for 4 if he gets it right. There's an even further blue bowl back of the leads for Tassie.
He can sit the shot bowls too, you know. Like, no point trying to dead draw there and drop short.
He almost played ditch weight. This is what you got to do.
Yep. We have Dean O'Neill standing behind us and said, tell us when it's over.
I love getting in the commentary booth, the players, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh. Mark just resetting. I think Pidge put him off next door, chasing a bowl down the rink.
Resets. Said, I reckon he's playing, he could be even firmer, but he definitely won't be short.
Ditch weight for me. It's just 6 feet past where the jack is. Oh. He's having a stalk of it, Josh. He's got to.
Is he getting down?
He's got to get down.
Is he getting down?
He's got to get down. Gets a piece of the jack.
Oh.
Kicks back off his own, and he's probably 2 down.
1 down.
1.
I reckon.
1 or 2.
Yeah, it could be 2.
2 was the 2 down. Unlucky there for the Tasmanians. As the women's score, 27-21 the way of the Victorian women after 25 ends. Yeah, I agree with the cameras above, Brian. That's something else we discussed. A few players with hair issues might not be too happy with us, but might just have to wear a hat. No, that's on the wish list as well. There's plenty on there. Player mics, rink side mics, graphics, different graphics on the screen. We'll get there step by step. Yep, fair reply there. Jacob Brown. Yeah, good pick up there, Will. My fingers typing them on the wrong side. Mark Knights has picked up a few next door. He's now 9-2 up. Looks like they've added a pile of ends on it once there. They've gone to 9 ends, so. A few singles in a row for him. Well, a bit of the mercy of the players updating their scoreboards, and yeah, anyone who's played second. No, it's can be forgotten about. Phelps is going to want to hurry this one. Nathan Murray for Victoria. It's not going to get there. Tassie holding a 2, holding a couple. Aaron Jago will look to really nail the shot here for Tassie. It's pretty good to me. Just couldn't quite turn that bowl over, but adds another to the count for Tassie. Yeah, you're right, Chris. I remember my first experience of watching bowls. I remember the old circles around, and you could work out from there who had shot. Because it is so tough on the angles. The amount of times I've watched BPL going, surely he's got a drive here, the 2 down and whatever, and then they draw and they're actually holding 1. And Jago changes his hand, just sits in front of Curtis Hanley's back bowl for Victoria there. Bit of a chat for the Victorian players.
Score update with the women. Victorian women are currently leading 28-21 after 26 ends. They already hold the shield for the series. They clinched that last night in the 4th test and leading 3-1 going into this 5th and final test.
Yeah, Josh Walker-Davis dropping another one in for Tassie here. So head building nicely for them, JT. Still want one to shut it down almost, you know.
Still room at this level,
Yeah.
you know. We saw what Dean O'Neill did 2 ends ago, where he drew it within 2 inches. It's all on Brendan's weight now. He's not, doesn't look too far away.
Got to hurry. Giving it a bit of a push. Doesn't quite get there. So Tassie on the forehand, or will they stick on the backhand? I think possibly forehand now to not try and bring that bowl in. It's either a very wide backhand bowl or forehand through the port that's there at the front. Slight concern if the jack goes right back. Be a few down if it goes at an angle as well. But it is their 2 bowls arriving on the forehand, so I wouldn't be surprised to sort of see that 3 feet weight just past the jack. If he does happen to push into his own, he brings more of them closer to the head on the forehand. If he misses, he goes to a good home at the back. That's what I expect to see.
That's a shot.
He likes it, Josh. He's after it. He's been pretty quiet this game.
Yeah, maybe because the test series is over, the intensity's not necessarily there. I don't know. There are some blokes out there, Jimmy, that regardless of the situation, they're 100 miles an hour regardless.
As we watch Pidge, Brett Marnie, chase a bowl down next door, I think he'd go into that category, wouldn't he?
Close to it.
He's the sort of bloke I'd expect to be chasing his bowls in a roller, like in a practice.
I have seen some blokes do that.
Mate, I got one of my team members to do it at Melbourne once. I fired him up so much in a roll-up, he come fist bumping down the green after one of his trial end bowls.
If I saw him like do that,
I couldn't stop laughing. I was laughing for 5 ends after it. I just got in his ear and I said, "Come on, mate, this is a big game today. We've got to get into it. We've got to get stuck into it." Sure enough, he played a good bowl and chased it down and went, "Come on, let's go the D's." And funny enough, it was actually against Pidge. Now I think about it.
well, bring the energy early against him. We get some comments from the middle rink.
Yeah, they're up and about. Right, Mark's gone for coverage. Holding a few, so it's a good call.
The way Dino's generally corrected this match, I reckon, there's every chance he'll just nail this one here.
Well, yeah, no, well, yeah. As you said earlier in this end, last time we came in this direction, he had about 3 inches to draw a shot and drew it.
Looks better weight.
Needs to land on something, JT. Get the inside of Brendan's.
Still nearly dead drawing it.
Yeah.
Probably one down.
1, maybe 2, yeah. Definitely took some of the sting out of what was in there. How does Mark get rid of that ball now? Because that's what he'd be looking to do.
Yeah, I don't think it's easy to do, based on where it landed. He's got the 2 Tasmanian bowls sitting directly behind it, which means if he any weight into it, it just jams into one of those.
Sort of just indicated jack back 5 inches, brings them 2 further back bowls of Tassie in. So maybe that's an option he's looking at. Josh, they're both pointing at that spot. So yeah, you can see he'll be coming forehand, trying to move the jack back 5 or 6 inches, and if he does happen to be a little bit wider, they're the 2 Tasmanian bowls. Josh is in the head. Moves out of the way. Thanks, mate. Try and push him in. I actually don't know Bernie. He's dad, so I don't know if he's here. I apologise. I don't know Brando's dad, so I don't know if you know him. I haven't been introduced to him or anything, so I don't know. He might be. How's Mark go here? Wanted it to get under.
Speed was not bad. It was definitely going to count.
Mark just saying to his troops, good end. I think he's correct. I want to give a shout out to the bravest bloke at this venue currently, Aaron Jago, rocking a T-shirt, mate. He's the only player from the Tasmanian side I've seen without a jacket.
Well, not only that, he's shorts as well. I mean, I nearly call them 3/4 length shorts, but
yeah. Do you know how I know it's the first time I've seen a T-shirt? Because it's got a sponsor on it, and I haven't seen that sponsor the whole time. Because I looked at it, has he got a different jumper on? No. Yeah, just a one of Tassie here. So Dean playing another big bowl with his last. He's done that a few times. Anything a good skipper does. Thanks, Alan. We appreciate the
kind words.
Yeah. I was going to go back at you, Al, when you mocked the haircuts, because I've got a very similar haircut to what some of these players are rocking, but I thought, I'm going to leave you to it.
Oh, look, I think it's just
I was going to...
Look, I'm getting old now. I'm 40, you know, and it's probably something that...
Us 30-year-olds do, eh?
Well, 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds, and there's a few of those in the side, you know. I don't know what fashion is these days. I usually do a buzz cut at number 1 every couple of weeks, Jimmy, so it's simple for me. James Pearce plays a big bowl and a Rink across. That Rink's trying to get up and about.
Yeah. Brett Marnie's Rink trying to just pump themselves up. 9-4 down now. As Candice Ayton plays an absolute bomb on the other ones. As I'm left in charge of the cameras again, JT, it's always fun.
Yeah, I'll just sit here and do nothing, just talk.
Just got to remember what numbers he told me now.
1 and 2, mate. Thanks, Magoo. Lance Kelly's joined us, said I'm still a baby. I acted sometimes, I know that. So my wife says anyway.
Curtis Hanley with his second bowl here for Victoria.
Score update in the women. The Victorian women are currently leading 32-21 after 28 ends.
Yeah. Here he is, rocking his shorts and T-shirts. Aaron Jago.
I reckon it's Yago. There you go.
Jesus. Come on.
I'm just telling you how I think it's pronounced. We'll confirm that by the end of the day. Or there will be some Tasmanians sitting here at home telling us how to pronounce it.
Well, this one I'll get right. Nathan Murray. With the best haircut in the Vic side by far on his backhand. Just a bit wide with that. Doesn't look overly happy with himself, does he? How do you pronounce that J though, Joe? Jago or Yago?
Well, by that comment, I reckon I've got it wrong then. Anyway.
Yeah, Nathan Murray just joins the count, but be disappointed with a couple of short bowls there.
You'd go to some country around the world where it's spelt the same way and it'd be pronounced totally different, Jimmy.
You sure can, Cheryl. Lisa Phillips is trailing to Ray Simpson 11-8. Lisa Phillips Rink. Michaela Long leads
11-10 against
Candice Ayton.
Correct.
And 13-3 to Cass Millerick.
Over Michaela Gibson.
That's a top bowl by Josh Walker-Davis there. 1 down still is what his skip mark indicates.
There you go. Everyone's confirmed it's J. Go. You're right, Jimmy, for once in your life.
I'll just sit here smugly.
I know you will.
All right, Brendan Gallagher. Vic's holding one here. It's come in slightly narrow, I think. Can he get a promotion of Nathan Murray's?
Speed, fantastic. Because he would have been looking to get around Nathan's and get down to that pink bowl and roll it over once or twice.
Josh, he played a pretty good bowl with his first. Needs to make any correction. He was chasing the jack.
He's awfully close.
Just going to stay wide of it, I think. That might draw a shot with this one. Yeah, Dean O'Neill says 1 down to Brendo. So 2 good bowls by Josh there. Good pair. slider from Brendo. Gets into Nathan Murray's bowl. Kind of walks
terrible.
it close, but no change in who's holding shot. It'll still be that second bowler, Josh Walker-Davis for Tasmania, that holds the shot. You feel he wants to get to this jack and possibly get a trail because there's options for Dean O'Neill on that backhand for Victoria. So Mark is going to want to try and shut that down if possible. Will he be there for the juniors tomorrow as well, JT?
Who's that?
Mark?
No, not this year.
No.
Not this year.
Very close, just walking past. So Dean O'Neill will, I believe, will come on the backhand, try and get round that front orange of Brendo's and try and get to where Nathan Murray's brown and orange is. Get the inside of it, get the outside of it. Even if he comes under Brendan's at the start, it's all Vic bowls coming forward. So he'll sort of be arriving to the head, just that sort of just over draw, foot or so over past the jack. Be good for him. As he then lines up forehand and goes the complete opposite way. Oh. Seems a lower percentage option for myself, but I'm sure someone of his drawing capability will go this. Shows what I know, JT.
Just dead draws it again.
Yeah, wow. Top bowl by Dean O'Neill. Superb bowl.
He's played that dead draw shot, what, 3 or 4 times this match, Jimmy, just at the right time.
Hasn't missed it. It's sort of like Mark's going to want to play similar weight to his last, just sort of correct the line, because if he can get to the jack...
He gets the jack with 6 inches away.
It's awfully close if he clears his front, which I don't think he's going to.
There's no reason why Dean can't still play with confidence on the forehand and just go underneath that last. You know, if he plays the same weight, he's not turning it in for shot. If he gets the green and flops over, he actually makes another.
He's trying to work out if he can make a number anywhere.
Well, I think the only other thing they're looking at is if he happens to split the gap worth weight in the forehand and not get the jack, he could actually get not only the closest pink, but I think the next pink and the brown as well, which would bring a lot in. It's a matter of risk versus reward, Jimmy.
Yeah, Brendan's lining it up.
I think he'll go back to the draw, personally. Try and repeat something similar to his last bowl. Close. Just got to get under that one. Looks like 2 to me.
Almost sat the ball back onto the jack. Yeah, good. 2 rippers by Dean O'Neill. Superb bowls.
I didn't think there was a lot of danger there. It was a good shot. Getting to nearly the halfway point of the match. 63 ends is the overall ends for the 3 combined rinks, 21 ends each. Awfully close to that at the moment. An interesting little tidbit for those watching at home, the Matthew Flapper-Michael Sims match is currently at 13-9 in way of Matty Flapper. Now, the other day, on Friday, when they played each other in the second test, Michael Sims got out to this great start like he had today, was leading 10-4 and ended up losing 26-13, I think it was. And seems to be a very similar momentum swing here at the moment over in that rink. And if you're looking at the overall, the Victorian men have probably hit the front for the first time this morning. Ever so slightly by one shot. Good leads bowls by both Jacob and Curtis again. You hear the call from Dean O'Neill. Nathan's looking to come down in the forehand, turn either Curtis's bowls over or get down to the jack or shot bowl. Awfully close. Yeah, what a great bowl. Good speed there by Aaron. Score update in the women. Victorian ladies have jumped out to a bit of a lead again. 38-25 after 32 ends. Rink scores. Lisa Phillips is 8-12 down to Ray Simpson. Michaela Long is 12-10 up over Candice Ayton. And the big rink that's doing the damage for Victoria is Cassandra Miller leading 18-3 over Michaela Gibson. Another great bowl there by Nathan Murray. We're a fraction more weight, arcs of Aaron here. Chances to land the bowls. It's awfully close. Awfully close. It's probably a little stiff, 2 down still. Change the head, look at the head though. Probably can see it a bit more on the backhand now if they want to. And if you see what Dean O'Neill's doing as skipper, he's asking his third, Brendan Gallagher, to come down and probably beat him to it on the third, on his forehand. He's a left-hander. Brennan's awfully close here. Chance of getting to the jack. Go with it. Well played. It's a matter of now whether where Brendan's moved to, is it harder to get for Tasmania, or whether there's chances still to get down there. It's more open, but maybe harder to get at. Josh Walker-Davis reset himself there. He was about to play his bowl when the drive on the next rink across. It's probably just a bit quick. Oh, no, maybe not. Tasmanian guys are clapping it. Could have done enough. You may be able to see in the background on the different angles is that there's on the rink next door where that runner happened, the jack's been squirted all the way out into the ditch, right near where the boundary peg is, and there's going to be an umpire called to check that out on the rink next door. Dan O'Neill plays one down here on his backhand. He's looking to probably just get under the dark blue bowl of Aaron's. It's just a bit tight. Speed looked good. Welcome back, Jim.
Sorry, mate. I don't get anywhere quick. At a Bowls Club.
I think you deliberately do it. You can give yourself a 5 or 10 minute break, and we've had no comments. Just obviously people are so in tune with my commentary, Jim. So
no, I was just working out. We're just working out who's doing the presentation, and funny enough, at the first opportunity, someone got to handball me to do the presentation. I'm now doing the presentation.
I thought you might have. Let's face it, we want the best, and you're the best.
Stitched up. Got to hurry here. Got to hurry.
I made a little, I called it a tidbit, Jimmy. On Friday evening, I don't know if you remember, but Matty Flapper played Michael Sims that afternoon, and Michael Sims got out to a 10-4 lead, and then Matty ended up winning about 26-13.
It's happening again.
It's happening again. It's changed that game. The momentum has swung.
Oh, it's now 18-9, another 2 gone on there. I tell you what, I reckon they've won 6 of the last 6 ends.
Well, I'll just say 6 ends in a row instead of 6 of the last 6 ends.
What have I done now?
What have you done, Jim? Great bowl, Dean O'Neill. Played what he was probably trying to play with that first bowl of his on this end. Just got his line right. Made a couple. Could be 3 then.
Yeah.
As Mark Strochnetter asks, what do we have third shot? Look at the guys at Karingal Bowling Club here. Phil Crowder and one of his offsiders bringing cushions throughout all the people sitting on the grandstand here.
Are we getting one?
We have been looked after so far. I want a heater.
Having a real good chat here, the Tasmanians, trying to work out what shot to play.
Well,
I don't think it's easy, whatever they play.
When Brendan moved it, I said it, whilst there wasn't something super close, I think it made it a lot harder for Tasmania to actually get shot down and put into a spot that wasn't easy to get to.
Well, it's just balls everywhere in front of the jack, isn't there?
And that's what they're discussing, where they're hunting up with weight and trying to get something happening. the women are Victorian women are back out to a 15-shot lead, headlined by Cassandra Mellerick's Rink, 19-3 up.
Well, that's the difference. Here he goes then, JT. Here he goes. What's going to happen here? That's his own bowl. That's Nathan Murray's that comes forward.
Another one down. Well, it's probably was already. They were thinking it might have been already 3 anyway. So probably no worse off. Two.
Just a two. Other two for the Vics as they start to just push in front in this test series. It's kind of gone the way that most of the other games have gone for the last 4 series in the last 2 days, where Tassie started off pretty strong, Vics come back and then get in front around that halfway mark and then sort of normally push away from there. A couple of close tests, but it's been a very familiar pattern.
Although we did have that super tight one yesterday morning. That one looked like going the way of the Victorian men, and then the Tasmanians fought back hard.
And then I thought it was going to be a draw, which would have been no good for Tassie. But
no, we were discussing that the Victorians would have retained the shield in the event of a tied series. These two have played a really good Leeds games, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's been a great tussle.
Jacob and Curtis.
Curtis.
I nearly called him Curtlis. It was a combination of Curtis and Kurt Lee. I can only think of one famous Curtly, and that was Curtly Ambrose, the West Indian cricketer.
I agree. Yeah. Can Phelpsy get clear? No, he doesn't have the legs either. Close. He goes under. He does. Is the jack?
Yeah, he
He's
goes
bowled
bowl.
real well,
Yep.
as Aaron. Been impressed by him.
Either the warmest man here because he's wearing nothing or doesn't feel it.
Tony Chivetta just said, do you think he looks like Clive Adams from behind?
I reckon there is a little bit of it now. Yes, something there.
Not blessed with the tallest of heights. And where's the baggy shorts? The long baggy shorts like Clive does.
We'll call him Plucker Junior.
Yeah.
Wonder if he commentates as good
I
as
know.
Clive. We might ask him over and see if he wants to come and have a chat to us.
Clive's a handy bowler, and Aaron's proven to be as well.
Clive's more than a handy bowler.
He's good again here. If you can just finish. Yeah, 2 good bowls by Aaron Jago. Second for Tasmania. It was a late inclusion.
Robbie McMullen getting
yeah,
COVID at the wrong time.
But you wouldn't know.
He joined us there in the streams the last couple of days.
Yeah, his partner, of course, leading one of the rinks.
Michael Shingles, Clive's love child.
Don't start rumours on here. He did go to Tassie about 30 years ago, didn't he?
Clive.
Probably not, Dave, to be honest, the presentation. It's kind of in the middle of the green. It'll be awkward, and we'll try and get Mal to get some videos and pictures and post on our social pages.
And I think we're going to be undermanned because you're going to be doing the presentation and I'm nicking off straight away.
Having some lunch before you go?
Yeah, we'll see.
Looked after pretty well with the food out. I can tell you what I'm going to say in the presentation. I'm just going to thank everyone.
Well, that's a no-brainer.
I'm going to acknowledge the...
Well, you just got a message to tell you how to do it too.
Yeah, I know. I'm no good with that either. I think I'm better freestyling I am.
Look, when you do enough presentations, you know the right people to thank. As the Matt Flapper Rink scores another 3.
Yeah, they're flying now.
Brett Marnie on the next ring plays a great bowl to sit a bowl for 3 shots. And there's the pigeon sounds. Woo, is that it? We were talking about it this morning. Can we do it? Stewie, you know,
It's just about to change, mate.
It should be 10-7, I reckon.
We're completely reliant on the players updating their overall on the rinks. We're not streaming, and they haven't updated it in a while. So James Pearce, snorkel, it's all on him. Brendan gets the jack as well.
Still down.
But still one down. The lead bowler, Jacob Brands, at the back. Blue bowl counting. So they've updated the ends to 13, and then I'll just wait for some scores to go on. Well, I'm throwing shade at James Pearce, but it's actually the Tassie 2 over there that's got the score marker. (11-5) after 13 over there now.
Only one then.
1-on-1.
That can't be right. There we go. There's another one. It definitely was 3.
11-6.
Just think the David Gamble, the Tasmanian second there. There we go. He's finally got it.
11-7.
I wouldn't have said it would take a rocket science, right? Jeez, I can't get my words out, Jimmy. Rocket scientist to do the scoreboard, but it has confused a few of them. No worries, Sue. We do love doing it.
It's either this or I'm at a first birthday party right now, so I'd much rather be sitting here commentating with you, JT.
And I don't think my wife's currently listening to our stream. Or I have been texting her, and yeah, I'd be putting up with a couple crying kids right now. Cranky kids being at their brother-in-laws for the weekend, and they're tired and hungry and cranky. If anything is to go by, I mean, Dean O'Neill then dropped probably a yard short. He's maybe a couple down, but the way he's been going, he'll correct with the next and nail it.
He'll jump on the front of that jack.
Unless Mark can put a lot of pressure on him with this bowl.
We speak about it often, mate. You just got to get there first sometimes. You just got to draw the shot before they have an opportunity to do it. He needs to hurry hard, does Mark.
And Alan Pritchard reckons that the Victorian third, which is Brendan Gallagher, looks like Shannon McElroy. Yes, maybe a little bit of similarity. I'd say Brendan's a lot skinnier. I'm not saying that's not Shannon's not big. I'm just saying Brendan's skinnier. Come on, Jim, just laughing. That doesn't make me, you know.
I don't know Shannon, but when I see him, I'm telling him.
That's fine. Well, again, it wasn't offensive. How's Dino going?
Yeah, he's corrected well all day. See if he can do it again. Gotta hurry. Gotta hurry. Gotta hurry.
Nearly done it.
Probably just gets in. Possibly. Be able to
No,
tell when Josh gives a signal to his skip.
Even got a little bum tap there from Nathan Murray.
Not a whole lot in it, says the third Josh. So
I'd just say that's careless by Dean, because Dean's usually drawing it within an inch in that circumstance.
all Mark's got to do is improve on his own.
Well, what about looking for the shot bowl, if it is shot or second shot? Okay.
He's definitely further along, mate. He needs the inside of this bowl, not the outside. Or gets it flush.
I think he did
Walks
enough.
it a fair bit out. Might have picked up a multiple here. 2 or 3.
Yeah, that was the shot, getting to that bowl.
Shannon McElroy, just as a, a skinny version of. 2 to Tassie. Of course, the Com Games coming up pretty soon, JT. Well, we're watching Com Games on Channel 7.
7+, I believe. A lot of the footage will be during the middle of the night when we're all generally sleeping, Jimmy. That'll be the hard point. What's Vern's comment? The Tassie skip look a likeness to Ned Betty?
I don't even know who Ned Betty is.
Ned Betty? Ned Beatty? Ned
Oh, Ned Beatty.
Beatty. I don't know who Ned Beatty is. Do you know who Ned Beatty is?
No, it'd be some Australian that's waving. I'm gonna Google it now.
If he's Australian, that's showing how bad I am. Because Ned Beatty.
Oh, it's an American actor. Fair. The top roll picture on Google Images.
Nah, I reckon you missed the point there, Vern. I think you missed that one. But we don't mind people having a...
I get it from one of the photos, I could say.
But Vern could be good mates with Mark too, for all we know,
Yeah,
and he's
true.
just having a dig at him too, you know. Be a bit like some of the things I say about Brad Orr. On that middle rink, Mark Knights is leading at 11-7, but one thing I have noticed is Will Code's bowls. I reckon they've been all over the jack.
Looks like he's bowled well. Yeah, US actor from The Deliverance.
Yeah, no, we definitely Googled him. We had a look at him. Still not convinced there is a likeness or not.
There was from one photo I could see in the
Oh.
Google Images, but
Your eyes are going, mate. Deliverance. Isn't that one of those like weird people out in the bush? It's a movie, isn't it? Something like that.
filmed in Swan Hill.
Oh, I angled myself straight into that one, didn't I? I like that one, Jimmy.
Oh, it's probably a rare couple of bowls off for the Leeds here. They've been
Correct.
pretty good all game. Does happen. Deliverance, 1972. Well, I certainly was nowhere near being born then.
The synopsis of the movie says, intent on seeing the Kalawasi River before it's dammed and turned into a lake, outdoor fanatic Lewis Medlock takes his friends on a canoeing trip they'll never forget into the dangerous American backcountry.
Yeah,
I reckon
right.
I was right. And some dodgy countrymen out there doing some dodgy stuff.
Oh, Curtis Hanley. Absolute bomb of a bowl there.
John Voight was in it.
I don't even know who that is.
Do you know who John Voight is?
No.
John Voight is Angelina Jolie's dad.
Oh, wow.
Ever seen the movie, what's what I reckon a good, he's in Heat.
Oh, Aaron Jago, superb again. Outdraws Curtis, just nudges him back. Hey, yeah, I think I've seen Heat.
What's the gridiron movie? He's the coach. Nathan Murray. He's playing well. Probably started a little slow, but his last
he's
3 or 4 ends,
finding
5
back in
ends
a
have been
bit.
fantastic. Andrew Applegard and Sean Kadoff said, do yourself a favour and watch it.
A 1972 film's not
Yeah, see, I reckon
it's not getting me going, to be
don't
honest.
watch it if you like pigs, Michael Shingle says. I reckon there's something, that rings a bell for me.
Yeah, right. I'm on eating a bit of pig, but...
We had pulled pork rolls last night for dinner.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. We've turned from a bowl show to a movie show to a cooking show.
Nathan Murray. It's a very nuisance value bowl there from the Victorian second.
We'll give you a score update from the women. It's currently 41-29 in favour of the Victorian women after 38 ends. The Victorian women did clinch the series in the 4th test yesterday. They are currently leading 3-1. Rink scores are Lisa Phillips is 9-14 down to Ray Simpson. So the way things are going, Ray Simpson wins at Rink. She'll be the only undefeated female skipper. Michaela Long and Candice Ayton at 12 all. And Cassandra Millerick, who's just won another end by the looks of things. It's 20-3 with another score to go on in front of Michaela Gibson. Good call, John Borg. First Mission Impossible movie had John Voight in it was. He was the... Spoilers. He was the unofficial baddie in that movie. David Kneebone has nailed the movie I was thinking of. Varsity Blues was the movie where John Voight was the coach.
There you go.
Great movie. Great soundtrack.
All right, Victoria holding one here.
Oh, Phil Crowder's looking after us. He did bring us a cushion. We were getting
Padded
jealous.
seat.
We just want the heater next now, Phil. Something like that.
Don't think Brendo
He's not far. He's at least turning it over. Ooh.
stands it up. Stands up bowler, Nathan Murray's up. What about some aggression on the backhand here from Tassie? Sort of just playing.
Well, I feel like the way the head's situated, it's awfully hard to draw it, so I reckon you're right. Spot on. And if you look at way Mark Strochnetter is waving his cloth around, some weight to clear it open and make it easier. Hayley Dodd reckons we should have a show called Cooking on the Green with Jimmy and Josh.
We do.
We will have the pleasure of Hayley's daughter later on today, I will, with the Victorian Under-18 juniors. Lily joining the team.
Bit of a hit out this afternoon for the under-18s, JT.
Just a bit of a practice we'll have at the club.
Yeah, so get down there the next few days if you've got nothing planned. The under-18 Victorians take on the Tasmanians again. There's some live streaming coming from Club Sunbury on that one. We have got aggression from Josh Walker-Davis on this.
Done well, clears a lot out, only one down.
Completely changes the makeup of that head now. Sends bowls everywhere.
Andrew reckons if we're going to talk about movies, we should be talking about Crackerjack. Now, I've got a little tidbit about Crackerjack, Jimmy. So the final part of that movie, where the final is played, is filmed in my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually got
Corowa, yeah.
Corowa.
Yeah.
The Corowa Bowling Club was the biggest bowling club in the world at one stage with 7 greens.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually asked to go in the movie.
Oh, right.
And I was going to be part of the opposition team in that final.
Yeah, right.
I couldn't get time off work.
You're joking.
Because I was the only young bloke around the area playing bowls.
What,
I could have been a movie star as well, Jimmy.
what job do you have there?
I was actually fixing computers back in the day. Boss was he's a good bloke, the old boss. Just we're too busy.
Fair enough. Of course, filmed it majority at the club I play at,
Melbourne
Bowls Club.
Yes, there's a couple other Melbourne clubs being filmed at too, wasn't there? What was this?
Karam?
Yes, Karam.
Which
Yep.
is now a completely different looking
Yeah,
bowls club.
exactly. You could see the ocean in that one, couldn't you? Oh, Mick Malloy with the flipper.
Talking of the flipper, Mark needs a bowl here because he's a couple down and he's playing with some aggression. Dean gets right in the way.
We can't see what's going on.
Oh, stun and run by Mark. Stun and run.
What can we see from Dean O'Neill?
Well, it's made what? No, Josh? 2? 3?
It was the absolute dream result.
I tell you what, Nathan Murray's bowl is 1 in about 5 or 6
Yeah,
on
good
the
point.
on the backside. So Dean needs
a close one.
he needs another friend.
Yeah, because if
in my eyes, he should be doing it on the backhand, so it's miles away from Nathan Murray's bowl.
Good call.
So that bowl, that orange and brown, you could just see just before the feet of Josh Walker-Davis. It's probably 1 in 5 or 6 for Victoria. So if Dean doesn't give it a friend in the head, you expect Mark to be having a look at that. But Dean's coming on the backhand. So just try and probably draw a good second somewhere now.
Does show you do know a little bit about bowls, Jimmy.
Dean O'Neill. Dean O'Neill.
He's drawn that well. He's nearly drawn shot.
That's talking about a good second. That's a very, very good second. So if I'm Mark now, you're probably going to want to look at getting a... Jack back's good for them. Straight back is good.
Straight back.
I do wonder if he comes backhand, there's a chance he doesn't move the jack and he takes the shot ball out. So he's going to have to come forehand, but it's a tough-looking forehand shot. It's low percentage whichever way he looks at it. What's he going to do here then?
He's also close to drawing it himself, isn't he?
Just slightly over, so 1 a Tassie. After that superb bowl by Dean O'Neill.
I was going to say, if Dean's any good in the way he's been going, he'll just add 3 inches and draw the shot.
I've already added that on. That's my faith.
I'll back him. If he does, it'd be an amazing bowl. If he happens to be a fraction quicker than what he wants to be and gets through his own, he can get shot too. Brett Marnie's probably 4 or 5 down here at the moment.
Not anymore. Ooh, maybe. Dane's after this. Oh, just didn't quite get it full.
Good effort.
.45.30, the Victorian women lead the Tasmanian women. Ray Simpson leading Lisa Phillips 15.9. Michaela Long leading Candice 8 and 15.12. And Cass Millerick having a day out against Michaela Gibson 21.3.
Dylan Booth, very good question. What's with the black armband some of the guys are wearing? Everybody was wearing the armbands yesterday, and it's in honour of Edna Harling, who was one of our Bowls Victoria Hall of Fame members. Edna had played for Australia, played for Victoria. This week she unfortunately passed away at age 107. She had an amazing innings, Edna. Even if you've seen her 18 months ago at the Bowls Victoria Awards night.
Star of the show.
Yeah. And sadly passed away this week. first bit of loudness from Josh Walker-Davis in this game.
His lead played 2 superb bowls. Curtis asking this one to rip down, but goes to a good home.
Good home. Will Code, as I said, I reckon he's bowling extremely well in that middle rink. I've seen his bowls near the jack all match. Yeah, Andrew Appleyard saying great leading Brown. Jacob and Curtis have had a ding-dong battle. Nathan Murray's awfully close here.
Changes it. Yeah, good own by Aaron Jago there. That's where that sort of jack's going to spit to. They do make connection on that front bowl with Jacobs. Some good fight in the Tasmanians, JT. They're obviously 4-zip down in this men's French Holbrook series, and they're still fighting to the end here. They're up and about, giving each other support across the rinks. I think they want to go home with 1 win to their name.
Well, they take the last one too. They probably think take something out of it and towards the Nationals. Nathan Murray plays another good bowl. Alan Pritchard says BCF have an outdoor heater at a good price. We might have to have that one in our little kit, Jimmy.
It's 8 the difference overall. Josh Walker, just didn't get as much of that bowl as he would have wanted. He was awfully close.
Ooh. Brendan a little bit narrower than what he wanted and turns another one of Tasmanians into the head. Might invoke a little bit more aggression with the next bowl from the Victorians. So Josh Walker-Davis goes down and plays bowl.
You interested in it, JT? I feel a number here for Tassie's going to really fire him up. Same poll, he says. I think they're on the cusp of...
I feel like there's something happening. And
yeah. They're on that cusp.
So I reckon Brendan, being a lefty, will play his backhand. Look to just arrive and try and get the split between the shot bowl and the second shot bowl. Give it a chance. There is danger if it doesn't go exactly right, but Oh. And as we speak, Brendan's playing forehand instead. So I've messed another one up, Jimmy.
I like.
He's playing with weight, though. They're looking at it hard. Sorry, you do have sound. You have me back here, Joshy Thornton. As the power went off here at Karingal Bowling Club, Brendan Gallagher played an amazing bowl. Got the jack around the corner for 3. We're just waiting for the cameras to kick back in again. Dean O'Neill's playing a bowl here. Just seeing if it's got enough speed to count. Just short. Mark Strochnetter lining up. He's going to probably play with a little bit of weight underneath the last bowl of Dean's. He just flicks one bowl out of the head. You should have some footage back now. Victorian's currently holding 2. Dean O'Neill plays his second bowl this end. Tries to add. 2 to the VIC though this end. As they have a little team chat. We will get you some score updates and everything back on. As I said, we're just getting cameras back in action, everything loading back up. We'll give you a score update with the women. It's currently 47-32 in favour of the Victorian women after 44 ends. So 19 ends ago in that match. Rink scores are Lisa Phillips is 9-17 down to Ray Simpson. Michaela Long is 16-12 up over Candice Ayton. And Cassandra Millerick's doing all the damage for the Vex. 22-3 up over Michaela Gibson. And Sean, yes, Jimmy does go AWOL with no power, and he just decided to take off and flip-flap around the club. We do have cameras back. Not everything is exactly running back yet, Jimmy.
Fair enough.
But I've just given some verbal scores. Victorian men are currently leading 43-35 after 45 ends. Matty Flapper's Rink is currently leading 24-12 against Michael Sims. Brett Marnie is 7-14 down to Mark Knights. And I still think we've got 2 to go on Dino Neal's Rink here, so it should be 14-9, I reckon.
10. I don't think they've added a Tassie score on yet.
To be 14.
So you reckon was that? Sorry, that was 2 to Dean, was it?
Yes. 14-10 after 15. We're back. We've got scores on the screen. Only screen we don't have is the one where we normally watch the live action, Jimmy.
Is that right?
That's all right. You just have to watch the actual bowls instead of the screen.
I didn't go AWOL, Sean.
Yeah, you did, mate. You went AWOL again.
I went to get a box of chips for the little man. Stole half of them on the way back from the counter to dropping them off to him. Do you do that with your kids? Dad tax? Everything I get for him, if there's a drink I have to open for him, I'll have a swig of that before I hand it over.
Oh, my kids only drink water these days still, so... Or milk.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Lenny's what? Nearly 10?
Yep.
Lemonade's anything I'll let him have. Don't let him touch any soft drinks. Floating past Nathan Murray there.
Darren Jago comes down here on is he a lefty? Did we work it out? He's lefty or righty?
I don't think he is. I think he's righty.
On his forehand then. You'd think I've been watching enough and be observant enough, Jim.
Mel wasn't happy inside then, our marketing manager. She reckons someone from the club's accused it had been her laptop that keeps tripping all the power. She's like...
He's a lefty, Jim. I was right.
Oh, right.
Come on, mate.
Oh, you're talking about Aaron? Sorry.
Yeah, Aaron.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other guy.
Yeah, mate. One of the looser ends for a while, I reckon, Jimmy.
Yeah, correct. The power's just gone off with the players as well. Well, the lead's skipping here. Curtis has jumped in because Dean's gone for a comfort break.
Is that what you call it?
Mm-hmm.
Brendo, his weight's not
needs to find a way through or around. Yeah, probably was a couple of feet short as well.
Fraction narrow.
Brett Marnie picking up a couple next door. 14-9 that one now. 11 the difference overall. Josh short as well. Frustrated with himself. Punches his hand. back up to the full complement of screens, JT.
Oh, we're good.
Good work.
Brad, you are a legend. Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, no, it's just we're always trying to keep innovating our live stream, as she commented that she loves the little ticker going along the bottom with the scores of the women's. We'll continue to innovate and improve with all our live streams.
Yeah, next year's going to be fun. We've got some new things coming in, hopefully. I think we've got a meeting with the next couple of weeks to set some things straight for next season, what our streams can look like. We try and lead the way in VIC. Try.
We know we've got the right gadgets, Jimmy.
Well, no one's got the double act that me and you have. We know that for a fact.
Exactly. We're also movie buffs and food buffs, according to the people at home.
Right, room for Dean. No one else has really nailed it this end. He's on a pretty
He's looking good.
line.
Yeah, he's just got to skirt the...
Needs to find the gap. Just kind of turned quite quickly then, didn't he? Yeah, the marked up the players is coming spurry.
We discussed it, Friday, didn't we?
Yeah, it's coming. We had a meeting just to bring some new initiatives into streaming next season. That's going to be one of them.
Imagine Brett Spur being mic'd up.
I was about to, took the words out of my mouth. Definitely going to need the mute button. Yeah, Al, we share ideas with people. We've definitely spoke to the guys that SA have used. Whoa, Mark going through. New South do their own.
Soda Bowls Australia. Well, most of them.
Being a bit biased, we think we're ahead of them all. So.
Oh, we're definitely. I can say that confidently.
Oh, no, you don't swear, Spur. It's more just stopping your talking, pal, once you get going. No, I'm kidding. No, we look forward to that next year. Should be a good addition, especially in the close games. I mean, imagine having a mic on a few of them players in that Premier League Grand Final last year between Melbourne and Deer Park as we neared the end there. How good's the new season? Tidders the Peaky Blinders on Netflix.
Never seen it.
Oh, mate, superb. I've only watched the first 2 episodes. Obviously, having a newborn's getting in the way of my series binging, but the first episode of the 6th season was phenomenal.
It's one of the ones I got to get to still, Jimmy.
No, it's good. You'll like it.
The other one I got Kelly and I into the last couple of weeks. AP Bio.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite funny.
That's a superb bowl by Mark. If we definitely played for it, he's only made the one.
It was a great bowl.
Just landed it superbly, really. Michael Sims also picking a 3 up against Matty Flapper. So we just get a little bit closer, JT.
Yeah, 8 shots of difference.
They've got the Wondigo on here as well.
Yeah, good point.
7 shots.
Saying that, over on that rink, the Victorian Rink's holding 3 already in that end.
Lisa Phillips has played a big bowl, and you know about it because you can hear it from Rink 1 over to Rink 6. She's currently 17-9 down against Ray Simpson, who we've mentioned earlier has been the
standout Tasmanian female player.
19-12, the rink next door in the favour of Michaela Long over
Jacob,
Candice
another good lead bowl.
Ayton. And Cass Millerick continuing on a merry way, 22-4 up against Michaela Gibson in the women's test. It's 50-33 now. I'll just update our score after 47 ends. Yeah, this is a clinic of lead bowling this. Oh, look at that for timing, Maureen. I didn't even see your comment and I'd updated the scores. Of course, that women's team, JT, we spoke about it Friday when we were covering Cass Millerick and the Michaela Gibson game. Missing two of their superstars, the Victorians as well, and Kylie Whitehead and Carla Krasanik. So it's good signs for them if they probably look like they're going to take that series 4-1.
Yes.
And probably missing two of their best players, although I'll caveat that with Tasmania missing
Beck Van Ash. Yep.
Right, let's see what Aaron can do. Join in a pretty tidy head so far.
Yes, the leads are back at what they were doing earlier, Jimmy.
He's not to be undone. It's a fair effort by him. Brett Marnie picking up one next door for the Victorians.
Oh, Dylan Fisher on the third rink across has put the jack in the pit, and I believe he is sat right on top of it.
It looked like it.
If it's not right on it, it'd be not much between it.
Back of the Victorian side after a few years out.
Yeah, no, good to see him back. Quality player. Just recently signed up at Moonee Valley. We've had the Moonee Valley boys commenting over the last couple of days as well.
Yep.
It's a ripping head, this one again, Jimmy.
Yeah, we've had a few of these where they just seem to just be stacking bowls all around the jack. Phelps, Nathan Murray just a little tight on that one. His weight was pretty good for what he was trying to do, just trying to disturb some bowls.
Getting back to that Matty Flapper ring where Dylan put the jack in the ditch. If you're going off the little rink and jack markers, we're pretty confident it is sitting right on top of it because they've got the red and white markers sitting on top of one another.
It's a good feeling when you go for jack to try and get it in the pit and you nail it and land on top. You feel invincible for a moment in time.
I remember watching a live stream match of the AO, an unofficial one, and Barry Lester was playing Blake Signal.
Oh, yeah.
And Baz tried to put the jack in the pit with his last bowl to win the game. He got the jack, but he edged it that fine. The jack went out of bounds and got respotted, and he lost the game that way. Very stiff. Like a game of millimetres.
Be nice to get a bit of a grandstand finish here, JT. Nice if the Tasmanians can get this under 5 and give themselves a real chance. I think Dean's calling Brendo on some
weight.
Yeah,
I
some
felt
weight.
like the way the signals was a bit of weight.
Run into the head, try and move some bowls forward and change it up. Because they're one down at the moment. Here he goes. Yeah, crack. The jack goes all the way back down the line, JT, almost back to the tee.
It's going to hang. It's going to hang. It's going to hang. No, it's
Oh,
not.
it just rolls in the jack. Oh, it's Dean. Dean O'Neill's tripped over, kicked that SkyDome hoard in, nearly fell into the camera and whacked it with a bowl.
Brad would have. Brad, you should have seen Brad's face.
He's embarrassed. Dean O'Neill tripped up the bank, kicked the sign, nearly hit the camera. He's okay though, so's the camera. No, his head's just right in the way. So the Josh draws the shot. There's no toucher in the ditch. Get Dean out of the way. So we'll get the side camera angle to have a look at it there. The Jack is in the pit, about a foot or so, just to the side of the middle of the rink.
Do we want to move the SkyDome little sign?
I don't think we
Is that
can.
going to help, Brad?
No, you can just see it there, just to the right. And Brendan Gallagher draws the shot bowl.
Yep. Good working, Brad.
Oy. That's going on the end of season blooper reel, that from Dean.
I hope we got that. I hope we got that. We'll chop it up, edit it all up, and send it to him in a care package.
I'm just glad he's all right, because as a brief second I thought he's going to headbutt the camera. And whoever asked about who was the sub for Victoria, we probably could have seen him in the last few ends. Right, Mark has to try and outdraw Brendan or sit him in here.
He's not far away.
Just a tad quick, I think. No, he's stayed.
Great bowl.
I don't know whether he grabbed shot there.
I don't think he has. I would still back the orange bowl looking at it from this angle, but Alona Rogers has joined us. Want some ring scores from the women. We did give them that long go, but we'll do it again. It's currently 54-35 in favour of the Victorian women after 50 ends. Lisa Phillips is 13-17 down to Ray Simpson. Kayla Long is 19-12 up over Candice Ayton. And Cassandra Millerick is 22-6 up over Michaela Gibson. Dean O'Neill's delivered his bowl. Not sure he's there. That near four. This might have rattled him. Mark Strochnetter doesn't have to change a lot. Probably, if he can get to the orange, he's firmer.
Yeah, he's gone firmer.
We'll know about it if it's close. Josh will let us know.
I'm going to presume by that pace that he's not holding.
No, I was confident he wasn't holding.
Right, Dean to try and add, we think. Just draws up short. Yep, one of the Vics. I can't keep up with this women's game. The score's going on left, right and centre. 54.
Boys having a little team meeting.
Watch your step, Dean, is what they'll probably be saying. Oh, I told you we had some American viewers in the house, JT.
No,
Watching from Tennessee, USA.
she's a Tasmanian though.
But watching
Oh,
from
well,
America.
she's-
That's an American viewer.
Well, not technically, because she's not. I don't
A
believe
viewer
she.
from America.
Oh, come on, Jim. Semantics
Same
here.
thing. Yeah.
Either way, Alona,
She's been the. Her rink have definitely been the pick, but from what I can see across the rinks, she's been
Yeah.
the pick bowler out of that rink.
Yeah, that's my opinion too.
But having not watched every game, it's
Exactly.
just us making an opinion.
Yesterday, Kirsten, who was debuted in that rink, played lead really well, and Erin Moore played really well as third too yesterday in the rink we streamed.
So yeah, she's 17-13 up with 5 to play over there. Ray, as you say, trying to go undefeated. We've got one rink going for undefeated from the VIC men's side, which is Brett Marnie. Currently 14-10 down. Looks like they picked up the last end though. I don't know how many. I'll wait for the scoreboard to get updated.
Ten ends ago in this men's match. Jimmy?
Yeah, 11 the diff in the way of Victoria.
Maddie Flappers rink scooting along. Brad, yeah, look, bowls. Look, just glancing across this particular rink, I know that Jacob is using a Dreamline XG. Curtis is using a Drake's bowl. It'd be
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline, there you go. Nathan Murray, who's about to get on the mat next, is using a Dreamline XG. Aaron's looks like it's either a Taylor or a Greenmaster looking at the design of the bowl. I couldn't tell you exactly. The thirds, Brendan Gallagher's got a Dreamline XG, as does Josh Walker Davis. And then the skippers, Dean O'Neill would be an Aero Optima. And Mark Strochnetter could be Taylor or Greenmaster.
So a mixed bag. Is the
It's generally a mixed bag, let's face it.
Here's Aaron. Pretty close here, JT. He can hold his head a little bit. Needs a result with it as well.
Great bowl. Back to the Jacob.
Kicks it back.
Brown bowl.
I'm impressed by him.
No, he's been solid. Oh, there we go. Scotty Summers is clarified. Strocky is using a Drake's Pied. He said it's always hard to tell from the side.
We do usually ask him, but we were a bit rushed this morning.
There you go. Scotty said Jay goes as a Greenmaster. It did look like a Greenmaster to me, so I'm glad my eyes aren't too bad. I'm assuming it's... Geez, it's hard with Greenmasters these days. There's not a lot of them around, to be honest. Not like they used to be.
Normally Premiers, aren't they?
Yeah, Premier 10s.
Yeah, 2 good bowls by Aaron.
There we go. Johnny Borg says Mark normally plays with the Conquest.
Sorry, that's what Kurt's playing with as well, not Adrenalines. He's playing with the Conquest as well. He has changed his bowls, though. First time I've seen him with non-black bowls.
Yeah, I know. It's been a few years with those black bowls, hasn't it? And as always, our informed viewers at home are letting us know what the bowls they're using.
Oh, Brendan Gallagher with his orange XGs. Going to go pretty close. Just couldn't quite get the clear run past Jacob's bowl for Tasmania there. See Mark. See by his body language what he's calling his third Josh in on there. Taylor.
There we go. Either way.
Yeah, for those that have just joined us, we do normally get all the players' bowls off them, but they decided just to skip the practice this morning, caught me and Josh on the absolute hop. We were expecting 2 trial ends, and they just didn't play them.
Great bowl by Josh Walker Davis.
Yeah, superb. So we were behind the 8 ball from the very get-go this morning.
Justine, Kurt's mum, has informed us he cracked his black bowls.
Oh, you're joking? Yeah, right.
I didn't know black bowls cracked.
Hopefully not over his brother's head or something. Oh, Brendo. Dean's the worst to get in front of this camera, isn't he?
Yeah, he's terrible. Pretty handy
yeah,
bowl.
it's a,
Nearly second shot.
It's a very good home. The Ray Simpson rink's closed up. 17-15. She leads now with 5 to play against Lisa Phillips. Next door, Michaela Long leads Candice Ayton 20-12 and 23-6 to Cass Millerick over Michaela Gibson. As Pidge picked up a 1 next door.
3 ends to play on that rink. Josh is awfully close to pushing his own bowl in for another, which he's done. He's played 2 very good bowls then.
Dean chasing Jack here, JT.
He's got it.
Oh, stiff result. Very stiff result. Tasmania still holding a couple.
Just need to guts it a little more.
Yeah, he just didn't get the full front of it, did he?
Flicked it into the back bowl and made it stop. 1 or 2, Jimmy.
Couple, I reckon. I've only had the very quickest of glance because our camera angle changed, but pretty sure it was 2. The Tasmanians are holding across all 3 rinks at the moment, so I think this is their moment. There's 8 ends left to play, 13 behind. They're going to have to make something happen pretty quick.
If it's going to happen.
They can get that 13 back to 6 or 7 and pick up 3 ends in a row across the 3 rinks. Then
I reckon they're holding 2 in the Matty Flapper rink because the Jack's in the pit.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's 2 over there,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure I sent him signal 3 on the mark. It's right next door. What was that?
Flaps put a bowl into the marker.
Oh, I thought someone smashed some glass. Matty Flappers just drove a bowl and it's hit the metal marker and made a right racket. Oh, Dane with a raw smile. Knows he was pretty unlucky with his first bowl.
Can he get at it still in that forehand, do you reckon? Or is it more back to the draw now? Let's have a look here.
They're interested, the Victorian boys here.
Not far
JT.
away again.
He's got to clear that.
Oh.
Gets it the backwards way.
And showing some really good etiquette and sportsmanship, which is what we want to see here, is he knew he got very lucky there and he immediately put his hand up saying, yep, sorry, shouldn't have got it that way, but I did. Like they do on tennis, Jimmy.
Yeah, when they clip the net.
It's one of my bugbears in this sport, Jimmy, is the one where Dean did, but they clap it.
Mm.
There's Strucky. He's not far away either. He's got chances through the pink. Oh.
That might have summed up the last few days for Tasmania there.
He wasn't far away.
You're right, Michael. Sorry, not sorry. As long as you only not sorry on the inside.
As the Matty Flapper Rink fight finishes up. I think there was 3 to Tasmania that last end.
Yeah, well, Matty drew to the plinth, and I'm pretty sure Michael Sims then potted him in. I'll just wait for him to update the scoreboard. But they're off. And inside to get some warmth.
No, if I know what the Victorians are going to do, they're going to sit around and watch till the end of this game.
Fair. Was a 3
yes.
to Michael Sims. As Pidge goes hunting and missing next door, and that's 2 drives in a row he's missed. So Mark Knights will have a bowled at. Oh,
they've declared it, obviously.
They've declared the head because it's kicking bowls out already.
It's only 1, according to Dane. Yep.
Just the 1 with Tassie there. Lisa Phillips gets the crowd in raptures on the far rink. In that close one against Ray Simpson, 17-15, Ray leads for Tassie, but Lisa's just made something happen over there.
Great leading, Curtis.
Oh,
yeah, Jacob Brown.
Top lead bowling. The right ding-dong tussle, these two up front. Right, 10 with 5 to go, JT. 2 next door. 3 here. Not been many numbers in this game, lots of 1s or 2s, 1-4 for Tassie early. So they're going to have to buck the trend if they're going to want to get over the top of the VICs here. Yeah, good own by Aaron Jago there. Jack's only going to be attacked from both sides here. Just having a chat here, Brendo and Dean, just trying to work out how to avoid dropping a number would be probably the first thing. That's all they really need to worry about.
Yeah, obviously the 2 back bowls are Aaron's. Chances for Tasmania, but I reckon
close.
Changes the angles too.
Superb by Brendan Gallagher. Tips Curtis Hanley's bowl into the jack, hides it behind the bowl of Jacob Browns from Tasmania. It's going to force some slight attacking bowls by Josh Walker-Davis now, I think.
Yeah, you think landing on the forehand on the second shot bowl. with a bit of weight.
Possibility he plucks Kurtz out without touching the jack, but I think the jack will move. Close, JT. Got a rip. Needs the rip.
It's awfully close.
Oh, Josh Walker-Davies, terrific effort. Was probably a foot lighter than he wanted to be. Superb. Ow. That'll change Josh to the backhand as well, I think, depending on what Brendo's does here, right, JT? Oh,
Don't know.
that's right.
That could get in the way too.
Oh, I fancy a slight bit more aggression on the backhand for Josh here to land that.
Wait till Strocky moves out of the way.
Yeah. Oh, there's a poor. I wish we had the illustrator here. I'd drawing the line.
See, I can also set in the forehand because if you get your own over onto the shot bowl, get a bit of jack movement straight down the line, they got the balloon
I think he has
bowls.
to go firmer on the forehand. He's coming the backhand. I win this round. It's just a bit quick on that line, I think. Close your eyes though, Josh.
Oh, that changes things again.
Not the way he would have wanted to do it, but I think he might have made a shot possibly. Hard again at the angle we're at.
That match between Ray Simpson and Lisa Phillips has now won the difference after 17 ends. Ray still in front by a shot. And Michaela Long, 21-12 up after 9 ends against Candice Ayton. And Cassandra Millerick, 24-6 up against Michaela Gibson after 19. How's Dean tracking here? Speed's not bad. If he just clears the pink, probably an inch more to the right, I think he would have skirted it and drawn the absolute.
Just text my little one saying off the iPad now, and I've just seen him roll his eyes inside as he's got the text on his iPad. Threw his head back in disgust at me.
Attitude. Here he comes.
He's furious.
I got a 3-year-old and he'd give me the same attitude. He loves his iPad.
Look at him.
Oh, Dad, what I've got to come outside for? Strocky comes down here. Just a fraction wide.
Oh, touches Brendo's in. Got all the players in the way here. We'll try and see them all kneeling down.
Look, I don't mind it when they're trying to sum up what they're going to play. Without knowing how many shots it is, it's hard to predict what they're going to play. But I think the perfect shot is Dean coming in on his forehand again, trying to get 2 turns out of his own bowl and getting it onto the jack to their own bowls. You see, he plays with 2 feet of weight, 18 inches, turn his own over.
Who do you think's hold it?
Well, I don't know, but I said I still don't think that changes that shot. If he gets it right, he makes 4. How's he going? Is he getting down?
No.
Unless they're holding and they're looking for coverage, which could be the call.
Yeah, well, it is all, or was all, Tasmania at the back.
that's the case, Jimmy, maybe they already had shot. I'm thinking the overall, maybe worst case scenario, 1 down to the VICs.
Oh, Mark Knight's grabbed shot on the rink next door.
Yes.
You can see Mark just waiting for that one to come down. Right. On the backhand. Trying to... too pacey, I think, on that line. Let's see what happens here. Oh, Curtis has picked the mat up. One to Dean O'Neill's rink here. Looks like one a Tassie on the rink next door, and
still a bowl each left to play on that one. Give a score update. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate the not kind words. Has been cold, no doubt about it. But look, as I said, Belsvik loves doing the streaming at the right times. If we can do it as often as we can, we will. We will give you a score update. And the women, we're just waiting to see. I might just wait to see what happens over in that far rink. But it looks like Olivia Cartwright's got the mat, which means that rink is either drawn level or hit the front, depending on how many they get. The Victorian women are 62-36 in front after 57 ends. Cassandra Miller is 24-7 up against Michaela Gibson, playing their last. Michaela Long is 22-12 up against Candice Ayton, playing the last.
Yeah, fair adjustment by Cart there.
And it's 17-all between Lisa Phillips and Ray Simpson with 3 ends of play. So we have 4 ends of play in the men's. 11 the difference.
We think Tassie are holding one next door, and Brett Marnie's got 1 bowl left to come.
And he's playing quick by the looks of things. He's going to try and flick that bowl out clean.
Oh. Doesn't get a result. Head in hands. One a Tassie there.
So it'll be the 10 the difference overall.
2 to play, sorry. 3
to play. And on that rink, if Brett's looking to maintain his unbeaten weekend, he'll need to get a 5 to draw or a 6 to win. Obviously, they're not playing for that accolade, but it's always a bit of pride and comes into it, doesn't it, Jimmy?
100%. Why would you want to go 4-0 and then not want to win the 5th one?
Exactly. But they won't do anything at the expense of the overall. That's the key point.
Yeah, correct.
Great bowl there by Aaron Jago. He's been very good this match as well.
I think the whole front end I've been impressed by all of them. I think
it's been a pretty, in general, a high-quality match.
Relatively low scoring. Sort of mentioned earlier, there's only been the 1-4, and then everything else has been a 2 and a 1. Which sort of indicates how close the game has been. VIC's lead 17-11, so probably I wouldn't even say they've been more consistent, the VICs. I just think they've had a tiny bit of the rub go their way, and they've also slightly played their conversion shots better.
I'm not even sure even the rub gone their way, but I just reckon probably out of the 2 skippers, Dean's probably played a very big bowl when it's mattered, and Mark's still played extremely well. Just that, there's been a couple of times where Dean might have been 2 or 3 down and he's drawn within an inch.
Yeah, good ball with Josh. Grabs the shot. Brendo attacking. You wouldn't know because Dean's in front of the camera again. But I can tell you, he's missed. JT's going to give Dino a clip. It's Josh. He's after this one. He looks pretty good for me. Tips Aaron's in. To make 2, maybe 3, possibly even 4 for the Tasmanians here. So a small sniff at the overall. Cheers, Rick. Appreciate the kind words, mate. We've thoroughly enjoyed it. And we will be back in about 4 or 5 weeks' time. 4 weeks, 5 weeks? 5 weeks. August 6th and 7th. VIC v New South Wales from Moama. We'll bring you in the live stream from there as well. That should be a corker. New South Wales always bring a good side. Dean is going to miss the head here. How many are they holding here, JT?
4.
4. I thought it was 4.
Having a look when I went down there. Will be a great series, that one. Different New South Wales side, though. They'll be missing Corey Wedlock, Carl Healy, Ben Twist and Aaron Wilson, who will be over in Birmingham.
But the depth they've got...
They've, probably, you could argue, it's the strongest state in terms of depth.
Would be Victoria if they didn't all go off to the sunshine in Queensland. But
Well, 4 of those guys we just mentioned, one of them is Victorian. We still claim him. He still calls Victoria home. We know that. The Bruv.
Right, this is it for Tassie. 3 ends to go. Holding 4. Mark with 2 bowls left. Dean with only 1. Gotta hurry, Josh. Gotta hurry.
It's counting, and you know what?
This is it, mate. This is the moment right here for Tassie.
It's even put in a spot that makes it hard too.
Dean has to make contact here, otherwise Tasmania have a bit of a sniff. I think they're holding 1 next door, but the thirds are still got a couple of bowls to go, so only about halfway through their end there. So big bowl by Dean O'Neill, or for Dean O'Neill now. He's after it, JT. He's definitely narrower. That's Brendan's orange. Oh no. He doesn't quite work out for the Vics on this occasion. So that, I reckon
that's 5.
I reckon that's 5, and he's got 1 bowl left to come. He's having a look to see what else he can bring in. Do you think Dean's is definitely out the can?
Hell.
Yeah, it is. Oh, might cut 1 out.
4 maybe. Looking
4,
at the
maybe
angles.
5. So I can see Mark's trying to look at that. That's obviously Vic's closest. Do you see if it brings in any more? I don't think it does.
Depends if it is 4 or 5. I think in the circuit. Well, again, they're probably looking for the overall too. They're not just looking.
They're only looking overall. So definitely 3. It's 4, maybe 5 as well. I'm going to guess it's 4 and a 5th to measure. So he's going to want to draw in. I don't think he needs to be searching for Dean's bowl, because isn't he going to?
Yeah, maybe. Where's the danger though? If you happen to play tight, you can still roll the 2 that are maybe in question whether they're in the count. And if he happens to get off them and screw onto Dean's, he pushes it out.
And Tassie holding 1 on the rink next door. Whose is that orange bowl? D-Max. Yeah, just the 1.
Yeah, I reckon he's looking for it.
Right, Mark, what have you got, buddy?
If he gets it onto the 4?
4, I think, yeah.
4 it is.
4 to Tassie. So they're back to within 6, Josh, with 2 to go. 1 here and 1's halfway through on the rink next door.
And they're holding 2 on the Brett Marnie rink.
Holding 2 now.
Yes.
Here we go.
We'll give a score update to the ladies. 2 rinks are finished. 1 rink has got 2 ends to go. Victorian women are leading 64-37, so the game is over. Cassandra Millerick won her rink 25-7 over Michaela Gibson. Michaela Long won her rink over Candace Ayton 22-13. And the humdinger down there in terms of bragging rights and all, Ray Simpson and Lisa Phillips are currently 17-all on 19. Ray's about to play her last bowl, and I believe the Vics are holding shot.
Yeah, she's attacking. She put her head straight down and she let go of the bowl, though.
Don't know how many it is. Oh, four.
Four or five, that was.
I reckon it was 4.
So it looks like Ray Simpson will lose her first game by a mirror. She's not happy. Matt got it.
I get it.
Right, so here we go in the men's. They're holding 2 next door, the Tasmanians.
Dane McKinnon playing his last. So the boys are looking at it intensely.
He brings...
Another one in for Tassie.
Oh, Tassie holding 3 over there now. The skips bowls to come. It's getting interesting here. The SkyDome. You'd still back the Vics in from here, but...
Oh, you know. 6 and 2 is hard.
Especially when Kurt Hanley drops a lead bowl on like that. Yeah, good reply with Jacob. Oh, it's 4 to Tasmania next door. Mark Knight draws another. Kurt just misses the head here, but in a great home. So
whoever gets the 56 wins. Yeah, good call, Sean. Well, at the moment, Vics aren't there yet.
No, they're 1 short. Oh, well, some last-minute hope for Tassie in this one. Aaron Jago's got to hurry here. Just doesn't quite make the journey, unfortunately. Has pitch drives next door, JT. He's
done
hits
well.
A load of balls.
Well,
he, to be honest, I reckon he's taken 3 of the 4 shots out. However, a stack of
Vic bowls went 2.
Vic bowls went 2. So I think it'd probably be, I'm guessing, 2 to Tasmania.
There's 2 on the centre line,
yeah.
I reckon.
Any jack movement, though, they bring in more. Nathan Murray here
Very
for
good bowl.
Victoria.
This is going to be good.
Yeah, good bowl. Probably stunned that jack further than he wanted to.
Though it takes probably nearly 3 of the Tassie bowls out of it that have already been played. 2 at least. As Mark Strochnetter, skipper of this streaming rink, is actually veered onto next door's rink to discuss the shot for Mark Knights. I think the discussion is the trail.
Yeah, he's got to bring more in.
Yep. Brad is actually doing an amazing job of probably picking up that other rink just in the background as well too. As Nathan Murray nearly draws shot around that bowl. Mark Knights has played these bowls extremely well all weekend. Even though they haven't had the success, the Tasmanians, he's played a telling bowl a lot. And he likes it too.
He likes it, JT. Does Mark Knights. Oh, just misses the jack.
So they still hold 2, we believe. With Brett Marnie about to play his last bowl.
I think it's cold again here, mate. The sun's got in. It's just dropped another degree.
I'll talk you through Brett Marnie's bowl here.
I've broke it, Brad. Sorry. Brett Marnie
Draws shot.
the shot for Victoria and possibly shuts the door.
Well, that makes it 7.
But he does lose his first rink for the weekend, JT.
You might notice on our screen there that the end is missing.
I've broken.
Yeah, Jimmy's useless. You can't take him anywhere as Brendan Gallagher draws shot, or second shot. Adds another. Matty Flapper and Michael Sims have finished their match. They've played the 21 ends.
Yeah, I don't know what I've done.
No, you
I
just can't take you anywhere.
I've deleted something in the Excel sheet.
Brad is going to give him a clip.
Hopefully I'm not welcome back.
You love it.
No.
I'm not sure the Tasmanians are getting 7. So whether they're weighing up a rink win, killing the end to try and get the 7, I don't know. What's going through their heads? Okay.
Oh, I'll go for the kill.
They're going for the kill.
Got it.
Close.
Oh. Well, they definitely can't make 7 now.
No,
Because I've just lost 2 balls.
well, the toucher went in the pit.
Oh, yeah. Well, they might be able to.
They've still got 6 bowls on the green. Technically, Jimmy.
You ever seen that? When you've taken all 8 of the opposition's bowls off a green?
All 8, maybe. Definitely in a 2-bowl triples, all 6, yes. Brendan playing his last bowl, unless we do have a dead end.
I'm tipping we will.
Well, it's not a bad home regardless.
Lisa Phillips draws shot against Ray Simpson. She's got 1 bowl left to come on the far rink. That'll be it for the women's test. The Victorians taking that one down. 68-37 up with 1 to go.
So they're obviously electing to try and get 3 to win the rink. He wasn't far away then, Mark Strochnetter, with his second last, sorry. Dean gets a little jack moving himself, 1 foot. Might be hard to do anything for the Tasmanians. The guys aren't helping us much. They're standing in front of the camera again.
Yeah. They've been struggling this lot.
So, does he go for a bit more weight? Because he could actually get the jack in the pit for 3. And if he kills, well, so be it.
Good call. It looks like Ray Simpson's about to bowl her last bowl. She's definitely...
There's something in the pit.
Well, I don't know if she's trying to put Lisa's in to pick up a score. Because Lisa's got 1 by the edge of the green. Nothing happening. So Lisa Phillips will win that rink against Ray Simpson as Mark goes big. No jack. Bowls everywhere. 1 a Tassie. Dean O'Neill can make a trial for 3 if he really wants to. And that'll be us almost, JT.
Yes, we can finish up our great streaming, if we say so ourselves.
Yeah. Try and get that score from Lisa's game. What's Dean got for us here, JT?
It's close.
Oh.
Might have just drawn
Might
shot.
have drawn shot. Thanks, lads. I think Dean might have got shot there, but no player has given us any indication of anything. Brendan. Absolute clowns, the lot of them. No one thinks of the poor commentators. One down.
One
no,
down.
He didn't get the shot. So 1
Thank
to
you.
Tassie on that one. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us the last few days. We've had an absolute ball as Victoria sweep the men's 5-0 and take the women's test series 4-1. We'll be back in 4 or 5 weeks' time.
You will be.
I will be, for VIC v New South Wales. So join us then.
Shout out to EcoStar Double Glazing for sponsoring the event. Shout out to Karingal Bowling Club, our host sponsor here at the SkyDome. Thank you, Jimmy, for finally turning up again.
It's been fantastic. Have a good weekend. Stay safe.
Phelpsy.